Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Thema Synthos. Grab your coffee, water, tea, whatever you're drinking, go and get that. How is everyone doing? Happy New Year. I'm about to add Keelo and DJ to the stream. Um, give me 2 seconds because, um, yeah, I waiting on Keelo, period. Um, how is everyone doing? Drop a one. Before I add everyone, can you drop a one if you can hear me? I'm looking in the chat to make sure that people can hear me. All right, ones. Hey, Kilo. Hey, DJ. Y'all are muted.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
What's up? Why did you blame it on me? I was here.
You were not here.
I was grayed out in the background.
Ask DJ. DJ and I actually started talking for like 2 seconds.
You were with us in spirit, Kilo.
Oh my gosh.
How are you all? Happy New Year. How are you both?
Happy New Year's. I'm good.
Yep, same here.
Same me. New Year, same me, I guess.
So today this is the beginning of the new year, and I have an endeavor to sell people listening to me on feminism. I think in 2026 there should be no woman that is listening to me that is not feminist. And I'm not telling you to change your mind. I'm saying I need to sell to you that you should change your mind. So drop a 2 in the chat if you are not a feminist. And DJ, are you a feminist?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that was easy. Keelo, are you a feminist?
Yes. But I still think men should.
Oh, excuse me. Hold on. That was a trick question. I'm a womanist. I am not a feminist.
I mean, I'm not doing that.
You're talking about high level?
Yeah, like I'm not
Yeah.
I'm over the kind of fragmented kinds of women empowerment. Whatever people want to call themselves. But if you believe, and you should believe, in the liberation of women, that's fundamentally the question I'm asking.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I do have to sell this. This is something that I think is very important, particularly with the political climate. But beyond that, I've been hearing what the people call it benevolent patriarchy. I don't like the word benevolent. So I'm going to use the soft, covert misogyny. So I think people are buying into covert misogyny. And the guy that we're going to listen to, I believe, is a very good example of covert misogyny. So we're gonna react to it, and we're gonna explain, we're gonna talk about it. But I just want to know that I want the people watching to know that I am attempting to sell you something. I am biased. I'm trying to get you to be feminist. I'm looking at this through a feminist lens. And so I think that is important to note upfront and for the rest of this year, and particularly January. Before we start, do you guys have any questions, concerns, comments?
No.
Anything y'all want to update on?
Why do I feel like I'm always late to these things?
Because you are.
I'm gonna do better. I apologize. I'm gonna do better. But no, what was I gonna ask you? No, I don't have anything.
I saved a story that happened to me in Jamaica. I don't know if I told you it individually, Keelo. I know I didn't tell DJ. What happened to me at a club with random money and a woman dancing. And did I tell you, you don't remember none of this? All right. Remind me to tell that story at the end of the stream after all of this is done and the people have left.
Okay. The people have left.
Yeah, no, because I can't do it. I have to wait till there's not because it's actually a really terrible story, not for me, but for everyone else involved. All right, I'm going to hit the intro and we're going to start. All right. So, do you know who this man is?
No.
Apparently, he's very well known in South Africa. And for the South Africans who are going to be coming after me, I do not care. I do not. I did not learn this man's name. I've seen a lot of people, oh, so-and-so is on the thumbnail. Don't care. There is zero respect for me to him. I just really do not care.
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask, what would we call him?
Graybeard. You can
call him Graybeard. Listen. It's a new year. Let's do.
So DJ said she's working on being nicer this year. She said
we can do left eye.
And nicer.
No, that's literally worse. That is literally worse.
What's wrong with left eye? What's wrong with left eye, DJ? DJ, specifically tell me what's wrong with left eye.
It's very specific.
All right, go ahead.
Let's keep it real cute. I was going to call him the patriarch. That's what he is, right?
The patriarch feels too long, and I'm not going to remember it.
It also feels too glamorous and too like.
Okay, understood.
You know, he doesn't deserve that.
We could just call him he.
All right, let's try he. Happy New Year, excited for tonight's live per usual. Thank you. This is actually a very important live. So I want us to keep our thinking caps on. Someone said gremlin. Anyway, let me put the comments on the screen. So let's get into it. Yep. I'm very excited. Please remember to like the stream and let's get into it.
I was trending on Twitter. I don't mind trending on Twitter, and my hope is always that I'll be trending for educational reasons and not for garbage. I'm not really sure why I'm trending, but I can only guess that part of it has to do with there was a tweet I posted a day or two ago speaking about how 40% of Black men in South Africa are unemployed.
All right, I have a question. This is going to always be pausing. Do you think he doesn't know why he's trending?
I'm going to go ahead and say he absolutely knows, because he knows the videos that are at least trending the most, that are getting the most views. He's very well aware that this is just like a very silly, unnecessary tactic.
All right, because watch him go through. Keelo, are you busy?
No. What? Whoa. Well,
you seem busy. Whoa. I don't know. You were talking to someone. DJ, did Keelo seem busy?
I was not talking to anybody. Why do I feel targeted right now? You mad?
Oh, you were looking somewhere else. I have
two screens.
Gotcha.
I have my camera here, and then I have our StreamYard on the bigger screen, so I can see.
My bad. I thought you were looking over there to someone. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Period.
See, that's why I don't come on screen, because you all over my business.
Well, let me take this phone up. So this man is playing in our face, and I don't like people who are this annoying and lying already from the beginning. If you go and lie, wait till in the middle of your soliloquy before you start lying. Don't start lying at the beginning. If you're trending on Twitter, you know exactly why you're trending. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And he's going to tell you the viewer count, the like count, all of that for each tweet, and you're going to know immediately why he's trending. But let him go through his roller deck of foolishness, because he want to tell us what he does online. So let's go.
Okay.
It's muted.
I can only guess that part of it has to do with there was a tweet I posted a day or two ago speaking about how 40% of black men in South Africa are unemployed. 40% of black men are unemployed. And that 60% of those that are employed, that of the 60% that are employed, 90% of them earn under 8,000 Rand. The top 3% of black men earn about 15,000 Rand per month, the top 3%. And arguably the top 1% earns above 40,000 Rand. And these are the guys that all women want. So that tweet got 238,000 views, 2,215 likes. And I posted 3 more subtweets giving some of my sources of data. That's the one part. The other one could be another post I posted yesterday saying the confidentiality clause with salaries is how they underpay certain races and genders without having to be exposed. And this is something that is true. And anyone who disagrees with me doesn't know what they talk about. It got 125,000 views, 1,978 likes. That's fine. Then last night, I decided to post 2 tweets, of which I think these ones were problematic, I'd say. And then this morning I realized this is called.
I hate people who, sorry, I know I said this already, but I have to, the only reason I'm letting y'all hear the first part of this is to acknowledge how dishonest this man is. He starts off the video by saying, I don't know why I am trending on Twitter, right? And then he gives 2 tweets have nothing to do with why he's trending on Twitter at all, right? He just wants you to know the kind of content he put out. And then he goes, oh, and I also have these 2 problematic tweets. Girl, which one? What do you mean? So you know what? You knew exactly. If you say I have these 2 problematic tweets loaded up and ready to go, you know which tweet got you trending. You know. So just know that this is a dishonest, slimy, snake tongue, I'm going to use the word bandit, operating. Just know that. Just know that.
I also think I think Run said in the chat, she was like, do black men work anywhere?
No, we're not doing that. We can't live up to African colonial patriarchy. I ain't doing it with y'all. That's not why we're here. That is not why we're here. I'm here to sell. I'm responding to Run. I'm here to sell y'all on feminism.
It's muted again.
In Newcastle, hosted by Tumelo and other guys, of which I think these ones were problematic, I'd say. And then this morning I realized this is Colbert on Twitter decided to post a few video clips from a men's conference that was hosted at Smiles, Osizweni Township in Newcastle, hosted by Tumelo and other guys at an amazing bakery there. Pick and Pay Yamlu. I think it's Boxer now, I'm not sure. Around there's a really nice bakery. And these in those clips or in that men's conference, I was speaking in isiZulu, addressing men as aggressively and brutally as I can, because men, especially black men, need to be told truths, harsh truths about the reality of the world we're living in. So I'll start with the second one, which I posted late last night. It's about P. Diddy ending his partnership with Ciroc. And it was a long piece that I wrote.
Do not take notes here. I promise you, this man knows full well why he's trending. This man knows full well why he's trending. He's just doing all this lead up for absolutely no reason. When you hear the last week, because this is not why he's trending, talking about black men do not own what they present as if they own it in terms of PDD, is not why he's trending. He knows exactly why he's trending. And as soon as he said, as soon as he read the tweet, you're going to know why he's trending. I promise you, as soon as he read the tweet, you're going to know why he's trending.
You're going to stay out of a little bubble.
Yeah.
Start watching me and what I'm doing.
Yeah, taking notes. You can look at his left eye and you know he's lying. Anyway, let's continue. Just.
So many black people who front and pretend to be owners of brands when they're actually just glorified ambassadors and influencers, and how it actually takes a really long time, if not a few generations, to build a proper manufacturing, distribution, company, and brand. And that if you see a black person who's built a great brand, manufacturing especially, within 3 to 5 years, there should be red flags there. But it was meant to be an educational tweet, and I think some people took it in that light, and that's great. Then there was this tweet where I said, look, this is a wild take. Okay, anyway. The tweet at Diddy's got 55,000 views. This tweet I'm about to read now has got 159,000 views. I start off by saying, wild take. So I'm already giving you a disclaimer that, look, what you're about to read is going to be hectic. Wild take, worth considering. Black men must get their daughters, sisters, partners to leave employment.
I'm sorry, what?
He's so full of shit. Because you saying, oh, wild take. That's really, stop.
You mean the 60? Okay, hold on. Because I meant to ask this. Obviously, I'm now South African. I don't know how much is considered like a lot of their currency, right? But I'm going to go ahead and assume that him specifying that 90% of the 60% of men working are making an unlivable wage. Right. That's what I wrote down. Who going to take care of the girls?
I am telling y'all to stop taking notes.
No, I will.
Notes.
I will take notes.
Yeah, but like, everything that man said in the beginning was absolutely useless. He wanted to make it seem like he was unsure. He's like, "Oh my God, why am I trending, guys? I just said some stuff online. Like, what? I said this."
But he said some really terrible bullshit, and now he's like, "Oh my gosh, how could this have hit? Like, oh my, I don't understand. Let's discuss it."
No. This is not torture. This is an attempt to get people to wake up. This is an attempt to push feminism forward, because we have for too long, and I could have used a Charlie Kirk video, I could have used any video in America. I needed to go back to the continent, right? We're back at the continent because apparently we are like, oh my God, you only talk about America. Okay, here we South Africa. We're in South Africa. This is a man advocating, and mind you, a lot of his audience are women. If you go in the chat, there are women up in there thinking this man is trying to help them. The way he frames you being removed from work is a liberation from the job market. Ain't no woman out here talking about. We'll get to it when we get to it. I will not get ahead of myself. Do y'all have anything else before I continue?
No. Oh, yes. This is like, I guess, a two-parter, because we just had a panel of a bunch of men who sat up here and also told you guys their true thoughts, right? Themis, like they said, they want to beat y'all into submission physically. They explain all these things. Like, I feel like these men are really telling you exactly what there's no more, it's no longer hidden in these like, less obvious ways. They're like explicitly telling you that they don't respect you as people. So I don't know if you guys, like that, remember that girl in the chat who was like, oh, he's not talking about physical abuse. And then later on he goes, no, I mean physically beating. Like, you women can't keep excusing this stuff. Like, they're saying it.
Right. Let's continue. But I do think that is like, stop trying to sugarcoat what these men are saying.
Fewer black female workers means more vacancies for black male workers. Those black male workers can then earn money.
Wait. They're just getting bolder and bolder as time goes on.
No, desperate. I say desperate, not bolder. They're getting desperate.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a much better word. They're getting more and more desperate. They're like, listen, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Mm-hmm. What?
Because when we were hiding it, they weren't getting it. So now let's just say it and see if the girl leaves.
And hope that a couple of the black women in South Africa just quit their jobs and say, you know what? You're absolutely right.
No,
but also, is that how that works? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, importantly, it is him telling black men that they should get their sisters, mothers, girlfriends, and daughters out of the job market. They should force them to stop working so that there will be vacancy for black men to occupy. Nothing about the qualifications of these black men for these positions that these women will be leaving.
Okay, and what if I say no? What if you say stop your job and I say no? Do you have contingency plans for the men? Are we going back to physical abuse again? Because I mean, are we going back to violence? Because what if the women are there? They're not going to stop. So what are you going to tell the men to do when the women say no?
You know, I actually didn't even think about that, because silly me, why would I think that he's just saying that there just aren't enough jobs to go around? He's just assuming that these men are just equipped and they're just being usurped, like they're just being stopped from their greatness.
And is that how corporations work? Will they all of a sudden
just hire black men who are
hire all of you and give you better wages and more hours all of a sudden? Like, is that how that works?
Because here's the thing, right? And this is
one second.
Sorry,
gay dude's talking about straight men. Where's the gay dude and where's the straight man? Also, like, comment, and subscribe.
You know what?
Also, like, comment, and subscribe before you.
Right, point them out on the screen so we can understand.
Like, we need to address the gay dudes and the straight men. So please, when you see the gay dudes and the straight men, point them out for us. Go ahead, DJ.
I'm dead. No, what was I about to say? It'll come back to me.
I apologize. Sorry,
No
I just
problem.
needed to address that comment. I will refrain from interrupting to address comments in the future, but I just needed that person to like, comment, and subscribe. So
Yes, please do. Please do, sir.
I didn't want them to like leave without doing that.
Oh, I think I remember. I was gonna say that obviously these actual realities are what he's unwilling to grapple with, because in my mind, if these men are just being overlooked for women, that means that they were also interviewing and didn't make the cut, or it means that they never went for the interview to begin with.
Correct.
So he's saying instead of competing for the position, how about stop these women? Mind you, the women aren't just competing with men for a position, black men. There's white women, white men, different Africano. Like there's a whole thing happening there. So because black women leave the job market does not mean you will get the job.
That's what I'm saying. You don't become more educated. You don't get that extra degree. You don't become a manager with no past work history all of a sudden because I left the job.
Girl, you start being, if DJ a doctor in South Africa, you start being a doctor, they're just going to hire a black man, girl.
That make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. But also, if we say no, now what? Because it's odd. They say this thing like you snap your fingers and all the black women in mass will just leave. It'll just be that simple. So if that doesn't happen, which it's not going to, like how they just say stuff. They just be saying stuff.
And he think it's smart. That's the part.
Yeah.
This man is very well known. He's like the Martin Luther King of South Africa.
He's the Umar Johnson.
What is that? That's not true. That's not true.
The Umar Johnson.
Start off by saying, wild take. So I'm already giving you a disclaimer that, look, what you're about to read is going to be hectic. Wild take, worth considering. Black men must get their daughters, sisters, partners to leave employment. Fewer black female workers means more vacancies for black male workers. Those black male workers can then earn money, take care of their families, and have dignity. I got attacked by so many people. And then I decided to do a subtweet and try and give clarity. I start off by laughing. Firstly, I declared that it's a wild take. Secondly, most people didn't even consider this, just spewed rhetoric based on the status quo.
I think he believes if he says, I said it's a wild take, it means that you should not engage. Like I'm not clear
He's using
on
wild
what
take very oddly. Like I don't know why.
Yeah. It's like I feel like he thinks it's like a blanket of protection of sorts. Where
Yeah,
like
why are you responding to me? I said wild take.
Right. I already said wild take.
Yeah,
That's not my case.
He keeps like saying it over and over. Like I said it, God. Like I'm like, okay. Like what does that mean?
Now, in this follow-up tweet, do you think he's gonna say, "Ha ha ha"? I said wild take. Now let's move on. No, he gonna justify it. He's still about to justify the thing he's saying. Wild take should have stopped you from engaging with.
Mm-hmm.
I think did he forget what he said? Because he said wild take, but he also said worth considering. So you want this to be engaged with, right? Like that's what you're asking for.
Right. Chica, you don't know how important this comment is about to get.
Oh God.
You don't know how important this comment you just made is about to be.
Also, he's African. Okay, are we talking about African men in Africa jobs? Because then why is he addressing black men?
Well, he's saying South Africa, so yeah.
So black men and South Africans are the same people in his...
No. I think he's saying black men for South Africa. Like, I think he's talking about South Africa.
Okay, so the black men when he says black men, get the women, he's not talking about American black men.
I don't know, but I'm assuming he's limiting it to South Africa because the numbers he gave was for South Africa.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I assumed too.
Okay, I was like, why would you be addressing black men then? That doesn't make sense. Okay, got it.
The better performing groups in South Africa, Jews and Muslims, have women who don't work formally. The idea would be to either have men take care of their homes themselves or tax the men highly so that women can get a grant or be able to collect needs without paying at stores. There are many women who would love to be housewives. There are many women struggling to balance motherhood, careers, and taking care of the home. The system has seemingly pushed women empowerment without empowering men first. Men that women expect to buy homes, maintain kids, pay lobolo, etc. If black men want to rebuild their homes, there are various ways to try to resolve this. This wild take is but one idea.
So it is an idea. You just explained and went through. Not only did you say, let me show you Jewish community and Muslim community, the men are the providers. Like you're reaffirming your position that you stand behind your tweet. But then you're like, oh, but I said wild take. Are you dumb?
I'm just sitting here cackling because this man said, before y'all empowered women, y'all should have empowered men. The women empowerment movement was y'all know what's wrong with that. I'm not breaking that down.
He's doing a conflation. He keeps doing men and women, and then he does not do the distinction until much later about the kind of men and the kind of women, right? Mm-hmm. And so there is a class divide that he's not there's a racial divide he's not pointing out, and he's going to explain why in a minute. And then there is a class divide that he's not explaining because he's not a Marxist. He does not want to deal with the proletariat bourgeois dichotomy that he would have to run into conflict with. He does not want to do that right now, and he wants to be a part of the men because he does not see color. Sorry, I'm giving that up right now.
You didn't have to tell me that.
Oh, wait.
You did not have to tell us that.
He's going to say he doesn't see color or sex, and then he's going to go on to beg white men. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I've heard this before where men think that women were tricked into leaving the home to get a job.
Actually, what's the trick? What was the trick? I would ask women and say, what were they tricked? How were they tricked? What was the trick? What was the selling point?
Feminism.
Yeah, like, go out there and get...
telling you something. Yeah. It said, you go to work and what?
Earn your own money.
How is that a trick?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, let me tell you how. It's a trick because, oh my God, guys, we have to get up at 6 a.m. We have to be out the house by 7.
No. It's a trick because how you're a woman, so you must want to stay home and take care of kids.
Right.
You must want to. So you going to work, you don't really like that actually. Your nature as a woman means you want to be at home. So you had to have been tricked because how could you be going against your nature?
Okay, so what was the trick?
You're spending time away from your kids. You're not able to stay in your fuzzy pajamas. Yeah. Oh my God, ladies, no. The
only way for them to have tricked women is to sell something that seemed better than what women had. Right. Now, for you to confirm that it was a trick, you now need to argue that what women had was better than what feminism sold them.
Right. And you also convinced me that we already weren't working before, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, and so the issue when they're like, "Oh, feminism tricked women," how? That I'm gonna need you to get to the how.
Oh, they never say the how.
Yeah, because they're like, "Oh, you are now working and you're working it so hard." Yes, but what's the alternative?
But I guess what I don't understand is that they know it was an advantage to them. They know that. They're just trying to convince you that it's also an advantage for you.
They're trying to trick you. That is the answer. Feminism wasn't a trick. Feminism didn't tell you you were going to be happy. It said you need autonomy. Autonomy doesn't mean you're going to be happy every day. It means you're going to work and you're going to be tired too in capitalism, but at least you won't be subject to a man's rule. Your livelihood is not going to be predicated on whether a man is physically attracted to you.
Yeah, feminism was the way we were able to discover and acknowledge the trick, like call it out for what it is.
It was just a reveal. Feminism is just
a reveal
of what you could do. These are the options. You just weren't. If you want to be a stay-at-home, that's great. That's why I also hate on the social media where it's just like, oh, feminists are going to be mad that I'm cooking for my man. No, we're just giving you an option.
You can
that
choose.
Is, if your man want to play in your face, you can leave. If you want to.
Right.
It's just
you
a
are
choice.
You are not playing in a feminist face when you decide to cook for your man. What happens is you are a feminist when that man plays in your face and you can leave and get a job and build a life without him.
Right.
Meanwhile,
if you want to play in the feminist face, just stay after. Let that man play in your face, and you say, "I'm not going to get a job. I don't care nothing about that. I don't want to be a feminist." Then you can play in feminist face that way.
Meanwhile, the only reason why quote unquote feminists will be upset is, "Girl, that man just came home from cheating, and you're in the kitchen." That's the problem. Not just that you're cooking for him.
Man close to go cheat.
That's why we're pissed.
It's not as if we see you cooking and we're like, oh my gosh, these women. It's like, no, it's because you have some grubby, crazy looking man in the back, got his feet up and looked like he ain't left the couch in 6 hours. And you over there talking about, but he loved me. I don't understand. That's why the comments are flooding you with, oh, you know, you have better options, right? You know, you can do something else. You don't have to live this lifestyle. You seem miserable. You post your man treating you miserably. We see that you're miserable and we're saying you can be free. And you're like, oh, see, the feminists be hating. They just hate it because it's like, hating on what? That you're a servant for a man who don't respect you?
Black women have mostly always worked. There's never. I'm gonna need to see the time period when Black women, by and large, weren't working. That's what I need to see.
That's why I don't understand why Black men are involved in this conversation.
That part. Because they keep adapting other cultures' reality and pretending like it's like ours.
Yeah.
Like, get out of my face.
Black men always speak from a rich white man's perspective. Always.
And it's very strange.
Yeah, it's very strange.
They're like, we build system, girl, you're oppressed. Ain't no system. Like,
yeah. I don't understand.
Bullet Magnet says, my fave trend is people in the comments saying, if you're not leaving him, shut up. Period. Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a member for 31 months, by the way. I appreciate that.
The last thing I'll say, though, is that he's made it crystal clear what the end goal is for him. It's not actual prosperity or equality or anything like that. It is strictly the Black man's integrity.
No,
right?
Or
their dignity. Yeah, their dignity, which could only be achieved if they're in that top seat.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, nothing else matters. Because he's talking about social welfare programs. Why isn't that already a thing?
Yeah.
You want to give control back specifically to South African Black men, and then the social welfare will come next. If the social welfare was ever of importance, it would have already been in place.
Right.
But that's my thing. These conversations always, at its core, they just solely want to subjugate women again.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
That is why this wraps so neatly into my theme, and this is the centerpiece of the theory going forward.
Yeah.
These men are liars.
Yeah.
Nothing he's talking about, oh, women don't want to work, some women want to leave, no, absolutely not. He wants to subjugate you, and no matter how much he wraps it into pretty flowery language. I think the language is trash, but apparently women like this language. We're going to break through whatever foolishness you're going in, whatever spell you're under, lulling you to sleep to be subjugated. Yeah, we're about to kick that out because ain't no way a bunch of women sitting up here listening to this man thinking, you know what, that sounds good. Me giving up my job so he can take my job and provide for me sounds good. Women not being able to work and men being taxed so that they can provide for women in mass sounds good. Absolutely not. It does not sound
also
good.
The math doesn't play out on that either. Because if the woman's working and you're not working, that's one income, and you say you're struggling, the family's struggling. If I stop working and you start working, we haven't gained an income.
Integrity, he says. The man's ego.
Exactly. It's not about what is best for the family. It is about what is best for the man in question. And what is best for the man in question is for him to be the earner.
Right. As if they can't find job if women don't quit their job. Like, girl, get out of my face.
No, that's what he's not willing
to
incomes
would be better. We could be better if we both brought in more money. Right. The fact that you want to exchange 1-to-1 so that you can personally feel better about it doesn't make any sense. Because
so what is underpinning that argument he's making? There's not enough jobs and women are taking up too much of the jobs. And because of women in the job market, that is why men can't find jobs. Mm-hmm. That is ultimately his argument. He does not make it.
Yeah,
no, he is perfectly willing to accept that however many seats are left for the tokens, we are to share that more equally, or not even more equally. He wants
DJ, get out of my face.
he wants a majority of those token seats to be taken by Black men instead of Black women. That's what he's saying. Because all Black women have to quit their jobs. Right. To make room. That's what he's saying. He's working with a finite amount of total max seats.
Yeah, but it's also like you said, like you're not trying to make our overall quality of life better. Because if we exchange 1-to-1 incomes, we're still at the bottom of society. We still can't afford to eat. We're still not doing well as a unit. But somehow you'll personally feel better. Your ego will feel a little bit better. But our whole home life is still in poverty. We haven't changed anything.
When you create a system where you tell Black men to make sure their daughters, wives, mothers, or whatever don't get jobs, what you're telling them is to not get educated, to not be qualified, and all of that. You are further limiting the ability of a group to move upwards.
Yep. Because the only reason y'all been moving upward is because Black women have been working.
If the men weren't doing it when Black women were working, if Black women stopped working, they're still not about to do it. Let's be very clear.
So the idea of asking Black men to come together, pool your wealth, and create jobs was never going to be an option, huh?
Right.
No, there is a finite number of jobs. What the white man gave us a couple thousand jobs. Black women quit them so the Black men can have them all. Like that's basically what he's saying.
But guys, it's a wild take, guys.
It's a wild take. Why are you so serious?
It's a wild take.
It's a wild
take. The idea that he said the idea would be that men would be taxed so that women don't work and they wouldn't have to pay for groceries. Please, sir, get out of my face.
That's how that works.
Go tax you and right, because they're going to take Black men tax specifically for Black women.
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah, that's how that works. So you're dumb. Got it.
Well,
been that.
We've been here. Let's continue.
It has been designed to cause fighting between Black men and Black women, and many Black men are too scared to speak up. It's only the rich Black men, minuscule as they are, that get to fully take care of their homes and liberate their women from the sometimes punishing working world.
Oh my God, you see, guys, no fuzzy socks, no lattes when you're at work. They tell you to do things. You can't just sit at home and watch Netflix. Like, sir.
Liberate their women from work. Mind you, men can do this. You can be rich enough to where your woman does not have to work. Why would you want to change the system to make it harder for women to work when you could just be rich enough to do it? Why? Because they don't want to do it. He does not want to do the work. He don't
No.
want the men to have to do the
So
work.
what's gonna happen is I'm gonna come out of my job. You're gonna put your hand up, and we're gonna be like swap.
Right.
And then you just get the job, and you walk in, and I'm gonna just walk out, and then it's gonna be a 1-to-1 direct transfer.
Right.
And
That's what he's arguing.
And I hate it. I absolutely hate it when they jump to extremes, because the vast majority of us will never be rich. Why is that the bar? Oh, only rich men can do it. So you're telling me not even the average Black men in South Africa could help contribute to a household? Oh, well, sorry, excuse me. He specified make so much money that the wife isn't able to work. So yeah.
No, that's not what he said. So that the wife can be liberated from work.
Liberated from working, yeah.
They love using that kind of language because you going to work is war. And I know you're miserable. You're not saying you're miserable, but if I say it enough and convince you that you're miserable, maybe you'll understand that it's the job that's making you miserable, not me.
Right. Yeah. Meanwhile, you're misery incarnate, and you're trying to get me to stop working.
That's why this TikTok lady talking about she worked in corporate America. Her wife was jealous of her, and she knew that. And her husband is jealous of her, and she knew that. So to assuage his ego, he said, "Just quit your job. I want to be the provider." She did it. He cheated. Wow. He left her. I'm sitting there like, girl, you quit your job to make some man feel better. Like, there are certain things that when women say it out loud, it's like, are you like, do you hear yourself? Like, you quit your job because you knew he did not like you and he was competing with you. He was resentful of you. And to make him feel good about himself, you gave him power over you financially. Go where?
Did she specify?
Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No. Go ahead, Keelo.
I was gonna say, and then cut to the lady who's in her car driving, crying, talking about her husband told her that he wants a divorce and he gonna cut the credit card off by Friday. That's what we should be.
Because we always think we're gonna have a different experience. But no, my question for the woman that you were talking about, Themis, is did she specify where she knows she went wrong? Or was it just guys, could you believe I did everything for him? Oh my God, I love him so much. And he left me and he cheated. From what you remember, which way was she swaying?
She's begging us to see the man as the bad guy, which is true, and that she did everything right.
Themis, are you texting me?
No, I'm looking for the video.
Oh, okay. Because if he's gonna be in my square, I gotta be all up in his square.
I don't remember if I sent it to Keelo or I just sent it to the group, but I sent it to someone because I was just like, girl, please get out of my face. You're gonna quit your $200,000 a year job to make a man feel good about himself. I'm just gonna stop listening right there. At that very moment, you've lost me.
Was he Jesus? Is that why she did it for him?
Not even for Jesus.
Jesus would never ask me to do nothing like that.
Correct. He would never.
Not my God.
Never. My man. He would never.
All right. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to hold the live stream up to find it, but I sent it to somewhere.
200K. Is that in pesos or are we talking about US money?
No, they're in the US. It's a Black woman too. It's a Black woman too. When I heard 200K, I was sick. Mind you, I need to know how much the man was making.
Not 200K.
No, but
even if you're making 200K, even if you're making 400K, even if you're making 500K, you need to be making over $1 million to have someone quit a 200K job.
Yeah.
No, you should be able to supplement her 200K a year income.
Yeah.
So
you need to be making $1 million or more for 200K to be negligible.
Right. Easy.
And even that is
for you to just not feel it.
Because that's before taxes.
Yeah.
Right. Even then it's not. But that's where we're talking.
Yeah. I'm with you.
A discussion, a conversation, and even offer other options and variations of the suggestion. But people are too emotional because mainstream media, feminism rhetoric, the feminization of men, and other propaganda tools force you to think in binary formats instead of entertaining ideas and trying to approach them with an open mind. As long as we don't have these discussions, the elite will, and they'll get to dictate. The same way they broke up functional Black families during colonization and apartheid and forced women to leave their homes to be made.
Yeah, so welfare did take them out of the home.
I just can't. That's why I don't know what he's talking about. He's mixing so many things up. I don't even know.
Go ahead.
Also, my question is, one, why don't you demand the rich men leave their jobs so you poor men can go to take their jobs?
Why?
And then two, why does it have to be you? Why don't y'all, since y'all already don't have jobs, why don't y'all get in the house and start making sandwiches and cleaning up and start taking care of these kids?
Exactly. Also, colonization is not what forced women into the labor force. Women been in the labor force.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. But like, y'all already don't have the job, so like, start cleaning. Like, what are y'all doing right now without the jobs? Are y'all contributing to the home in some way? Because man or woman, the gender doesn't actually matter. I have the job already. I have the income according to you. So since I'm already working, I'm already being the provider. Why don't y'all get in the house and start being the domestic person?
Here's the thing, right? Very interesting. They cannot do that because that would negatively impact their dignity. But yet they're trying to convince women that is dignified work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Lovely.
He says, but people are too emotional. What about what he's saying is logical? What about you protecting your ego is logical?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because that's not realistic to the situation. It's literally just ego stroking. Quit your jobs so that we can feel better.
Right.
That's
it. Aides, factory workers, while elite women, arguably white women, got to serve their families. Disagree, by all means, but do it with intelligent thought. And don't just be a blind zombie to propaganda shoved down your throat by the same people who oppress you and destroy your ancestors. For the record, I judge people on the animal they are within and not their sex, gender, or race.
How do you make the argument that you don't judge people based on their sex or their gender when you're telling women to quit their job so men can take it? You are judging them, like the judgment you're making right now is on the gender. You said women, a lot of women would want to be tradwife, but you're telling men to force women out of work. That means you're judging women and their capacity to work based on their gender.
Yeah, and someone in the chat told me to look up stats for single mothers in South Africa.
I ain't looking it up.
It's not looking good. It's not.
Please share. No, please share. That's a very valid thing to look at.
It's not looking good. It says female-headed households make up about 42.4 to 42.4% of all households in South Africa. And according to these stats, from 2024, 45% of children live only with their mothers, compared with 31% living with both parents. This data shows that nearly half of children live in mother-only households, indicating that single motherhood is a major family structure in South Africa. About 2/5, around 40% of South African children grow up in single-parent homes, with mothers overwhelmingly more likely than fathers to be the custodial parent.
And that's
so
across
these
races?
fathers is the one they want to take over the jobs to provide.
Across races, Keelo?
No, I think they just grouped them all. This is just pure South Africans. I'm gonna go in and see if they split it up into white South African, by race, by religion.
That is not too far from us. Yeah, for us.
No, I was going to say it looks. I've seen these stats somewhere before.
Like every other Black kid, is in a single parent. They're not far off.
Given that information, I need the Africans to step forward in the chat, because y'all told me it was better over there, and that Black Americans don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about culture. They don't know nothing about family. That black women are just so aggressive towards their men. They don't know how to keep a man. They don't understand how marriage works. The Africans told us that the black culture was in reinforcing these horrible, degenerate ways. So now that the stats are starting to match up, I need y'all to get to the front of the chat, get to the front of the classroom, and explain to me, because y'all told me it was better over there.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all had this whole shit wrapped up. That's what y'all told me. Because y'all always gotta situate yourself as better than Black Americans. That's what they always say. Y'all better than us. So I just assumed that was true because that's what y'all been saying. So what's tea?
The African fathers in the culture is the group of men. This man is telling you to quit your job and they'll come provide for you. Mind you, you have kids.
And mind you, you're already a single mother. So if I'm already a single mother and I'm working, I guess I just opt out. I can just keep working. This doesn't affect me. The 40%.
Yeah, because they're going to tax the man. And so you can go buy groceries without money. That's his plan.
Okay, got it. So who's gonna? Is this already being instituted, or are we gonna just like pick this back up after you guys get those positions?
Oh, he don't tell you. He gonna quit the job first and see where the ships fall.
Oh, okay, period. Let's go.
I love how some people in the chat are like, "We never told you that." Well, maybe not you specifically, but it's very. Let's not pretend that African people don't get on here and situate themselves with better than Black people and tell us that we're the reason why X, Y, and Z is not working out in our community. So you can claim you never heard of it, and I'm making it up, but
I don't know if Navi. I think Navi is trying to tell us that in America it's still higher. So there's one difference.
All right, Navi, 70%, girl.
See, so if you didn't hear it before, now you see it here. Good.
Yeah, now there you go.
Suggestion for most Black men and for the Black women who wait eagerly for Black men to find solutions to rebuilding the Black family unit.
Okay.
The message is for a specific group. So he says it's for the pick-me's.
Yes, that's what I heard too. That is exactly what I heard. And I said, oh, that's why he's not being logical. He's talking to illogical people.
He said to the pick-me's out there, the ones waiting eagerly for Black men to rebuild the family, y'all quit your jobs so Black men can get the jobs and rebuild your family. You
know what? You know what, ladies? Do it. I believe him. I feel like he has a point here. Let's see what happens.
I mean, if you're waiting for men to get up and fix the family, yeah, you can go ahead and do this too. Because if you're sitting around waiting for like girl, you can go ahead and quit it.
Not they still just waiting eagerly as they get home from their 8, 10, 12-hour job for men to step up and take care of them.
They want a man to retire them. They want to be able to say, oh no, I quit my job. My man. My man be paying all them bills.
Right. They can't tell us anything until they tell us why FGM is a major problem over there. Is that a culture we should be jealous? See, no, I don't. The thing is, I'm not even looking at a culture war. Like, I'm not getting back. I am literally thinking about this from every woman in 2026 needs to be a feminist.
It's not about a culture war. It's more of to expose that everybody thinks that they have something better. Like, oh, my group of Black men are better. My group of men are better. And I think even white women thought that their group of men were better. And in some ways they are, but I think it's more to highlight, it's not to call it a culture war, it's more to highlight that they're all men. And we really need to understand what these men are trying to tell you. They want you to think you have it better. They want you to think that you're different from those men over there. Oh, those men are over there. Those men don't have discipline. They don't have da-da-da-da. But then you come home and these men treat you the same way. They're trying to distract you. It's all the same, a little bit different, but it's really all the same. It's just to expose the fact that these men are all garbage, complete garbage. They're all trying to convince you that you're not good enough. You're not, so that they can lower your self-esteem and so that their ego can get the stroke that they're looking for. They want you to be subjugated. It doesn't matter if you're African, Chinese, Asian, whatever you want to be. These men want to subjugate you. That is the only way that their ego, that they can feed their ego. That's the only way.
Yeah,
Apparently.
so people are like trying to correct me around feminism and womanism. My idea is about the liberation of women. That falls squarely under feminism in terms of its definition, equality of sexes, and that's where I am. Everything else, I'm not arguing back and forth with it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Oh, Navi said that 70% was for South African kids. She wasn't talking about black
Oh,
people.
good.
And I wrote cheers with the peace sign emoji. I think that's got a 9,256 views thus far. Men are under attack.
By whom? By whom? Who attacking men, girl?
By other men, or like
Women are
this-
oppressed.
Who attacking
girl.
these leaders and builders of community? Who is attacking these providers and protectors and builders and leaders and like who is attacking them?
It must be the top 3%. Sound like.
Yes, he's going to say this, right? But look what he does. Please remember, because I'm going to forget. Please remember that he's specifically talking about being under attack by a group of men, right? Because then he going to beg them same men to come be in solidarity later.
No, I'm being attacked by a group of men, and the only way to solve that is for the women to go
quit
back
their
to their
job. Instead of fighting back against these men who are attacking them, they're telling women to quit their jobs.
This doesn't make any sense.
Quit the job from the man who is attacking them so that they can work for the men attacking them.
Oh, period. Okay. Got it.
Like, are you dumb? Like, even within the framework of the world he's building through his language, he does not make sense.
Mm-mm.
I want you to leave those men, and that's so we can go build our own society, which would have been a lie, and I would have dragged them for it. But that would have made sense if you're like, men are we're under attack by the elites, right? They created these jobs for our women, so our women should stop working so we can go build our own. No. Our women should stop working so we can go be subjugated by the men attacking us.
But also, they also say that when they say that, oh, women don't want to submit to her husband, but they'll submit to a boss at work. You heard how they'll say that? That's like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want to go submit. They say you should submit to the men at work. I'll do it.
Right. I'm like, what? So you'll do it. You say get off your knees, I got it covered. All right, period.
You play too much. No, like the language makes no sense. And this is why, again, I am pushing this. I have to, because this doesn't make sense. It's time we call out the foolishness.
Men are under attack. I maybe have touched on this mildly, but I want to raise it majorly. Men are under attack, especially black men. I am a penalist. My belief system as a penalist is to say, I am a non-racialist and I'm non-sexist. What that means, because some people don't seem to understand, being non-racialist and non-sexist means I do not judge people based on their race or based on their sex, biology, gender.
Then why are you telling women to leave the work? Why are you telling men to get women to leave work? Why are you trying to make women second-class citizens if you don't judge people based on gender? Because you're a liar.
It means I judge the person based on who they are and what they do. That does not mean to say that I disregard history. That does not mean to say I'm ignorant of racial issues. Does not mean I do not understand white privilege. I do not understand the oppression of black people and other races. I'm fully understanding of these things. I understand the woman empowerment cry. I understand the feminism movement. I understand them. But when I meet a woman, I do not say, oh, woman, therefore done. Oh, white man, therefore, no. You get a fair chance with me as a panelist to be like, oh, you are a white man. I see race. I may be non-racialist, but I do see race. I do see sex and biology. I'm like, I see you are an Indian woman. What are you about?
I have $500 for anyone in the chat or anyone on the panel, $500 sending out via Cash App or something to you. If you guess this right, he is going to make a reference in terms of of ideas that he's gonna pull from. And I need you to name who you think he's going to. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes. I'm gonna be. The stream is gonna be silent for 2 minutes, where you can drop names, say names on here as much as you want. He is going to pull from someone in terms of how to treat women, right, and policies for women, and the policies that you should implement when it comes to women. Right? He's going to pull from someone. And if anyone gets this name in the next minute, I'll give you $500. 1 minute. I'm going to do 1 minute.
I'm already seeing a lot of good options.
You guys have 1 minute. Dum 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 dum.
Come on, guys.
Dum 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 dum. Someone said Nicki Minaj.
Okay. All right. Obviously, no.
You can guess.
You said he's going to. Well, I'm not in the competition though. But so if I do guess anything, I'm going to put it in a private chat.
No hints. No hints.
No.
This is how confident I know y'all won't get it. I am so confident y'all won't get it. That's how I put five. I mean, if you get it, you get $500. But
repeat the prompt.
Oh, you guys have a couple seconds left. Let me give you 2 more seconds to it after. This is going to be a policy from a person that he's going to use to justify the subjugation of women. And I want you to name who that person is. All right, we're out of time. We can continue. It wasn't said. Y'all will hear it when it comes. Y'all gonna be sick. It was impossible. It was impossible for y'all to get it. It was impossible for y'all to get it. Because when I heard it, my jaw literally dropped to the floor.
I'm not going to be like, oh, Indian woman, go make me curry. Oh, woman, that means you're not strong. No, I allow each person to show what animal they are to me, and other panelists need to learn the same. However, as a panelist, you are meant to be intelligent, which means you understand standards, generalizations out there. You understand that the majority of Zulu men behave a certain way. The majority of Chinese women behave a certain way. But when you meet the individual, you do not judge and say, oh, you Chinese woman. No, you say, let's hear what you're about, because we understand that you
Lindsey Graham is funny.
May be different. That's what non-racialism and non-sexism is. Similarly, here in South Africa, I tell people all the time, I may be contributing to AfriForum. I may admire Orania. I may look up to certain white leaders, people like Chris Papas, Ian Cameron. That does not mean I do not acknowledge that most, in my opinion, white people in this country are racist. Not directly. Most of them aren't even aware that they are racist. It's just one of those things. It's like men. Men do not generally see that they are sexist, but they are. It is just one of those things. But that does not mean now every time you see a white man, you treat them a certain way, in my opinion. Men are under attack. And they are under attack by the elite, which is largely men. Black men need to start having hard conversations. Yes, you guys will listen to Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Dr. Jordan Peterson.
Specs, thank you. Specs has gifted membership, so I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Maybe you listen to a Joe Rogan and other people, David Goggins, these masculine men, or these men who speak on behalf of masculine men, because masculinity has been demonized. But you need to speak to each other and speak about, guys, let's study history. Let's look at what's happened in this country and elsewhere. And let's figure out, is this thing serving us as men? Is it serving our women? And is it serving our children and our families and our communities? And currently, that's not the case. In this country of South Africa, Black men were conquered. That's life, that's war, that's history. They were conquered, and a lot of them were shafted off their land, especially legally under the apartheid regime. These men were then forced with a hard tax to go and work in the mines, the factories, the farms, etc. That's fine. Those men left their women and children behind. Some of them ended up getting other women pregnant, sleeping with other women in the cities they were working in and building new families. And the dysfunction of the Black family started there. And your traditional leaders, the kings, the chiefs, your religious leaders, the pastors, the preachers, etc., these people have not been able to sit you guys down and, number one, discuss history, and then number two, speak about what ideal would you like to see. I, as a man, would like to see an ideal where I live in a home with my woman, with my kids, and we are healthy. Whether I'm the head of the house or that becomes a discussion. From where we are now, rather from where we come from historically to where we are now, to where we want to be, what work do we need to do? And part of that work has to include, number one, the black man building himself through gym. So your physical, make sure that black men are running, are lifting weights, are doing push-ups, are getting involved in what I love, rugby, physical.
What part do you think made me go, what?
Oh, I don't know what part made you go on, but for me, it's like black men statistically physically bigger has always been physically bigger than every group of men, and yet we were conquered. I'm not sure how playing rugby, getting physically fit, doing push-up is going to stop you from being conquered economically. Like I don't understand. Like
no, honestly, the part that made me pause was the part where he was like, and I know black men were forced to work in the mines and they also would meet random women and have kids with them.
Yeah, it's like
I was like, what?
Oh, I tuned that right on out.
So we just go ignore the degeneracy. We just go skate by the degeneracy.
So the infidelity, like you had a wife and kids, you were sent off to work, and then you started sleeping with the women and having kids with the women where you worked at. That's cool.
Yes, who couldn't leave if you depend on them for money?
That was wild that he said that. I was like,
and
what?
If you depend on them for money, you can't leave. You ain't going no place.
So the man that I'm supposed to depend on for money is so easily distracted by another woman.
Yeah.
And can have children with another woman and push our resources outside the home. Got it.
DJ, what do you think? Something?
No, I was just going to say it was just hard for me to get past him asking the question of what work must we do? Work that earns you money.
Yeah,
right. That's the work that you could be doing. Everything else is great. Rugby is lovely.
Yeah,
but that's not the most important thing.
Girl, the fact that you're talking about playing rugby.
But also, I'm genuinely confused about which black men he's talking about. Because he keeps saying African men, but then he'll say stuff that I'm pretty sure African men watching Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate?
Yes, they're watching everywhere.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm making stuff up. At this point, I'm doing what he's doing.
Fables.
Go play rugby. Go get out of my face.
Like I'm just like, who are we addressing here? Are we addressing? And then he's like, I know that men were enslaved. Okay, are we still in Africa, or are we talking about Africans and Americans? Or are we talking about Black Americans? I just don't know who he's talking to and what he wants to do here.
Demas, will we all know the person he said? Yes. No. You gonna come. Someone said it after the time has passed, and they said it jokingly. They were like, ha ha ha. And I'm like, girl, I don't know why you laugh, because you got it.
also, DJ, do niggas play rugby?
You play too much.
I'm just trying to see what's going on.
I'm not familiar with the sport.
Maybe a bit of boxing, mixed martial arts, so that black men physically can dominate and be strong. If you look at Nigerian men, if you look at white Afrikaans men in this country, you can see physically that these guys are physically, biologically alphas. And black South African men need to get back to that level. Number two, you need to work on your mind. That means education. Education is not schooling. Education.
Wait, he said education is not
qualified. What? Everything but actually be qualified for the jobs. Everything but go to school to be able to get the job. Sorry, DJ, I cut you off, I think.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted, I didn't catch it. What did he just say?
He said, also work on your mind, be educated, but education is not going to school.
Oh,
yeah, that's
really?
What he said. I thought he said that, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. He couldn't have said that. So I immediately thought I misheard.
Jobs. But women go quit these jobs for you to go occupy without a degree. Got it. Cool. Makes sense. Period.
So you just go walk up and be a doctor. You just no med school, no nothing. You just walk her out. Oh, okay.
Is not schooling. Schooling has got a set curriculum which is meant to meet certain objectives and outcomes, mostly to equip young children to be ready for the working world. Schooling is not meant to build you into becoming the greatest black boy, black man that you can be. That is not the incentive behind school. Education will get you there. That means making sure that you read the right books. Frantz Fanon, Stephen Bantu Biko, Robert Sobukwe, and other such men. That means watching the right type of content, documentaries, movies that teach you how to be a responsible, good, strong, brave, intelligent man. And then spending time and being mentored by men who are well off, who have built businesses, who can work with their hands, who have functional families, etc., etc., etc. That's how you build yourself mentally. And then from there, you can add other things. Now we can start speaking about the money. Now we can start speaking about getting weapons.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you, Themis, for being authentic and open here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Now we can start speaking about our agenda and our strategy. When I look at white Jewish families in South Africa, they seem to have this thing on lock. Their men are good. They may not be physically superior, but their men are good, especially mentally, economically. They run functional homes.
So the thing that you're telling black men to go do, the men who have power,
Clock it. Clock that motherfucking tea. Because you just went on and on about how big we are and how strong we are and all this, but the white man got all that shit locked down. He don't got none of that. Period. Period.
He's such an idiot. He's such an idiot. Like I can't.
Their women are happy. Their women generally don't work formally. Some may, but generally they don't. Their work, and women have to work, boy. Their work after falling pregnant and having kids is looking after these kids, helping these kids with the homework. It's cleaning the home. It's making sure that everything kind of works. That's the white Jewish men. Then you look at the Indian, Arab, Muslim men in South Africa as well, where their women dress in these outfits where you only see their eyes or you only see the face, and they submit to their men, and their men go out and either have jobs or they have businesses, and the women again stay at home and work and whatever.
Even in this world, wouldn't you think you as the man need to build that kind of system first? Like you need to have the money and the business before these women, you tell these women to go hide their face and only show their eyes. Don't you think you should actually have the thing? Like I feel like you're putting the cart before the horse and telling women to quit their job so you can get it.
But how is me being covered up part of the submission process that's going to make everything better? Why is he even mentioning that?
It all comes back to a man's quote unquote dignity. Like literally, that is all he cares about. Like, look at these other people. Their wives are so submissive. They don't even show anything but their eyes when they go out and about. Yeah, they don't want to save anything. They don't want to do anything. They want to benefit from an already created structure, and they just want to be given these opportunities. That's literally what he's describing.
DJ, in South Africa, where they were never covered up. So you're gonna start some new shit?
Yeah.
Chica about to get blocked, and that's just not enough. Mind you, show me the country where women are wearing hijabs that you want to copy. Show me that country.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we literally just had this conversation. Where are these thriving countries where they're subjugating the women?
Yeah, I need to see them. Most Western countries have women with freedoms are the most powerful. Like, I don't know what we're doing. Like, I don't know what economically, I mean. I don't know what we're doing.
In South Africa, where they're already not covered, you're going to start a new system. Like, this is not a system that you can build off of. You're just going to tell everyone, hey, as of tomorrow, everybody should be covered. Quit your jobs, and the men are going to work. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Chica's so ridiculous. She's so ridiculous.
Black African man, not me. This is not about me. Don't worry about me and my life. If the black African man, black South African.
As soon as he said that, I know he have a bunch of baby mamas. As soon as he said, this is not about me and my life, if you look into his life, he has failed at everything he's preaching.
So we can't even look to you, the man saying it, as an example.
Mind you,
men can be good, and theoretically men can be disciplined, and because when he said big and strong, I'm like, girl, you're the same size. I don't know what you're talking about. So nothing that you say applies to you. Got it.
Right. And mind you, he also said just a while ago, okay, don't worry about actual formal education. Be educated by just reading these certain books or listening to these certain people, and they'll teach you intelligence.
Right.
Yeah, lovely.
Someone said he had 9 children. I've not looked into that, but sounds about right. But I don't know.
Way. Wow.
I bet you by more than 2 baby mamas. If he has 9 children, I bet you there's more than 2 baby mamas. That's
Well,
why.
as soon as you quit your job, that's when it starts. It don't start before that.
Yeah, you have to quit your job, and they have to get that job that you quit.
Yeah.
And then we can talk.
Yeah, he's failed in life, Demons, because the women haven't quit their jobs yet. Obviously, how's he going to be successful if y'all bitches still keep y'all jobs? Like,
not to mention 2 things that I want to know: if there is any truth to him having all these kids. You see how his background is completely silent? Do you see that? Where are your kids at? Where are your children?
They ain't never
and why aren't you at work? Because if it's during the day and the kids are at school, why aren't you at work?
Sally, get out of my face.
DJ, he can't work because his woman has his job.
Oh my God, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. She got to quit. Oh.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
At least one of his baby.
Mind you, you think this man would want any of them baby mama's job? No, he wants to be online shouting in a camera. So he wouldn't even take their job if it becomes available. Because he could go find a job.
No. Don't worry about that. Quit first, and then we'll discuss what happens next. That's it.
Correct.
If they quit, he goes there. Did I not tell you this is not about me? You better go back.
Funny enough, every single leader that we have now is always got to let you know that, don't follow them though, Yeah. It's never used me as an example. It is never used me as an example. No.
Oh, I am fallen. I am broken. No one is perfect but God.
I'm about to say, you notice how they always come forward and go, well, nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I would like a similar where I get to be the head of the house. I get to provide. My woman gets to be the head of the house physically because she's there. She's running the home. She's helping the kids, etc. And she's a support to me, and I'm the funder to her. Then you need to copy that best practice and say, this is how we are going to do things. And that requires a conversation between men themselves. And that means rooting out bad habits like alcohol abuse, drug abuse, beating women who are victims of the same system that has oppressed you. Stop sleeping around with random girls out there. Maybe stop having children with different women. Again, this is not about me. It's about...
He did say like me.
Oh my gosh.
He said to be better than me.
Let's hold on. Somebody said it in the comments. Let me see if I can find it again.
He literally has 9 kids for real.
Somebody said Lorato Mago Lego. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but they said, oh wait, he has 6 with more than 4 baby moms.
That is insane. Better have 9 with 2. It would have been better to have 9 with 2 than 6 with 5.
I mean, not when he's living in poverty. The less kids, the better.
I mean, true.
It's just like, as soon as you say that, we can't. It's a cut for you. Turn your camera off. You
do not have like the range for this discussion. No. You are disqualified. Sorry.
Immediately.
You're disqualified.
And the way they come for women for their qualifications and the way they do not expect anything from these men talking is so odd.
And the way they come for homosexuals talking.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But the homosexuals ain't got a bunch of kids. They got 8 kids and 6 baby mamas.
Right.
They want and what they think they need to build a great family unit and a great community. And how do we sort these things out? And how do we gravitate towards the religions or towards the cultural beliefs that are going to fix us? And how do we get the type of leaders who are going to drive us in that direction? White Afrikaans people are very different in this country, but some of them are very old school and they have an old school way of thinking. A boer maak 'n plan, you roll up your sleeves, you're the man of the house, you an alpha, your boys must play rugby, you must be one that is slaughtering the animal, you must be one that braai, you must be having a lekker brandewyn, you must be running the farm. Old school. There are many different white Afrikaners today that are modern. Some may be part of the LGBTQI plus community. Some of the men are more feminine. Some of them believe in women being empowered, etc. But the old school white Afrikaans man, that is what he's decided, and he's built communities like that. Same with, like I say, some of the Muslim men. And the Black South African men that want to live like that need to make these decisions, and they need to start following the type of leadership that speak to this. A lot of Black women, I can applaud. What they've done with women empowerment, feminism has been phenomenal. The number of amazing Black female engineers, lawyers, doctors, accountants, businesswomen, innovators, leaders, politicians is amazing. But there's a big group of Black women that do not want that life. There's a big group of Black women that even if they claim to want that life are straddling the, I want to be there for my kids, I want to be there for my man, I want to be at home, but now I also have to go to work and I'm stressed. And the corporate environment is very masculine and arguably toxic. You're under a lot of pressure. You're getting shouted at. There's people throwing each other under the bus, etc. And some women don't want that life. They're like, ideally, I would like a man that provides. Ideally, I would like to take all my intellect, all my smarts, and plow them into my kids and plow them into helping my husband build whatever he's building. For the
Hold on, one thing. Okay, so I'm so sick of being yelled at my job, so I quit my job and I then get yelled at by my husband. What do I do now? Do I get my job back?
Also, if women are working and they would prefer to be at home and have a provider, what does that tell you about their ability to get providers?
Right. Exactly.
So
if they hate every minute.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you got it. No, you got it.
No, that's a great point. If they are so miserable, do you think that you have to tell them to quit?
Right.
You wouldn't have to.
Right.
Guys, what you're not understanding is that she just has to quit first.
Oh my God!
Y'all not getting it.
Everything falls in place once you quit your job.
You just gotta quit first. Like you're miserable. Like just stop. Like the bills will pause, everything will breathe, and then the next nigga will step up, and it'll be fine. Like come on, y'all.
Like the guy's not even gonna be interested until you quit your job.
Correct. Like y'all are not getting it. Like she has to quit her job before shit starts really coming together.
Oh my God. Ladies, invest in yourself today. Quit your job.
Correct. I mean, how he gonna start providing if she got all the job? Hello.
Right. Give him a piece of your job. Like,
here's the thing. Instead, what he wants to do is he wants to lean into biological essentialism around the kind of stress women can take and can't take, right? That's what he's trying to do. The issue with it is he cannot make the argument outright because women will clock it immediately. I don't know why women aren't understanding it now because it seems very obvious to me. So instead, he's trying to pretend he's creating this segment where women who want to work get to work and women who don't want to work don't have to work. That is the world we currently live in.
Mm-hmm.
How come don't nobody ever blame capitalism? How come it's always like
well, yeah, that's the second argument against the system. But no, he's making an argument for a world that already exists. So that is not actually the world he's making. He told men to prevent their wives, children, and mothers, the women in their lives, from going to work. Does that sound like a world where he actually cares about if you want to work or not as a woman?
No.
Right. So he's straight up lying to your face.
Mind you,
manipulation.
Sorry. This is a manipulation, and I just wanted to also note that he was just laying down all the things that men need to get better about, right? Like being better providers, but also keeping their hands off of women. A lot of people were in the comments talking about the high femicide rates, and I'm sure they also have high DV rates, particularly in the Black community. So again, you know you're setting women up for failure, but you also know that by women making this choice that negatively impacts them, they positively impact the man because his integrity and his dignity remains intact. But so what you're doing is you're sending women who can currently provide for themselves. You're trying to force them out the workforce so that they can then become reliant upon the men that you say need to do more work.
Yeah.
Need to be better to women.
And one of the things you need to do better for is stop hitting women. How about you stop hitting women first before the woman becomes subject to your rule? And the woman will never be subject to your rule.
I'll quit my job.
Listen, you continue to beat her until she quits the job. She quits the job and then everything gets better. Everything stops.
Happy New Year. Theme is Keelo, DJ, and chat. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year, everybody.
49 months together. By the way, we're going to have an after show on TikTok. And I'll tell you my story over there on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the systems of history, the Black man and the Black woman have been made to fight each other. That's why today you see Black men blaming Black women blaming Black men. And when they're not blaming each other, they're blaming other Black Africans that are coming into South Africa to try.
Did he not straight up blame Black women when he said the reason Black men don't have jobs is because Black women have these jobs and Black women need to quit these jobs so Black men can have jobs? Isn't he not blaming Black women when he make the argument that Black women need to quit the job so that Black men have jobs? Is he not blaming Black women for the lack of access to jobs for Black men?
He came out the gate doing that. He can't
Yeah.
backtrack now, even if he wanted to.
Right. Him and his eye ain't going nowhere.
Oh my God.
and find a life for themselves. But they are very rarely blaming colonization, apartheid, the white imperialist systems that have created this environment. In the same environment, this same system, like I said, you've got Muslims, Jews, and some of these white Afrikaners who are not playing by that game. You're not seeing white Afrikaans women toy-toying in the streets about their men. You don't see Muslim women toy-toying in the streets about their men. You don't see Jewish women whining and say, oh, Jewish men, why do they get to own all the businesses? Why must I stay at home? You don't see that because they've found workable models that's
Yeah, there's even women out in the street arguing about why their men should own businesses. Why are my men owning the? That's not happening. If why are this man a bum? The complaints for each group of men is what dictates what is said publicly, right? So you're not going to hear someone come out and say, oh, our group of men are just so rich. I'm just so tired of them being business owners and rich. And that when they complain is about the negative. So the reason your women, quote unquote, your women is out here dragging you is probably because you're not doing anything, because you're telling them to quit their job so you can have work.
Because if these women were complaining about men who got it like that, why would the richest of men be able to take their pick?
Right.
Aren't they busy?
Right.
Oh, okay.
serve the family.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you going to say just quit your job first? Or you going to be like, oh, just go ahead and quit your job first?
Just go ahead and quit your job, girl.
Y'all ain't hearing this man telling y'all
Y'all
to quit
ain't
your job.
hearing him though. He cooking. Just quit your job, bruh.
Stop
You'll
asking
work on all the other
questions.
stuff later.
Yeah. Listen, just trust the process. Quit
Right.
your job.
He gonna make it come together later.
Mm.
Community and allow them to thrive. Black men are under attack, and until black men have these conversations, until black men attack the system, until black men have honest conversations with their women and say, what do you want? As women, not you, my woman, but as women, what do you guys want and how can we meet you halfway? And part of that is
And
Get
if we say,
And
if we say we want to work,
wait, please note you're not going to get what you want, but I will meet you halfway. So what do you want so I can tell you I'm not going to give it to you?
I was going to say, tell me what you want. I'm going to listen. That's
I'm
it.
not going to do anything. Right.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
like,
all.
what is half? I want you to own businesses. Okay, I'll meet you halfway. What is that?
Quit your
own it.
job, and then
Yeah.
I'll open the business.
Correct. Just quit your job and we'll start.
Wait, okay. Let me be a black woman. I want men to stop hitting women. Okay, I'll meet you halfway. What does that mean?
Quit
Well, my
your job.
response when you say you wouldn't need men to stop beating women, my response is going to be, did you quit your job yet?
Right.
No, I have a different question though. What is meet you halfway to that?
They're just
Well,
full of crap. There's no meet halfway.
No. Meet
He's
you
full of
halfway.
shit.
Again, you gotta trust the process, right? You quit your job, and now his dignity will be intact because he's now the only earner. That's once he gets your job, right? Talks to your employer, just swoops right in and says, "Yeah, okay, she's gonna train me. She's gonna train me, and then she's gonna go home."
Correct.
Once
So now
that
that you quit your
happens-
job,
People, men that they don't need school for.
now that you quit your job, I become a super nigga,
Yeah,
and now I can do everything.
and I'm not angry at you anymore. Therefore, I'm gonna
No.
put my hands on you.
Right. So
Black
therefore, I'm
men-
not hitting anyone. I'm not on drugs. I'm have an alcohol problem. I'm working. I own a couple like everything flourishes.
We need to attack the system. We're gonna attack the system. How is telling the women to quit their job so you can have it attacking the system?
They got to be in it in order to attack it from the inside, I guess.
going to include things like getting black men to build black businesses. Or if they want to be working with white people, to be like, look, as much as I'm working with you, Funda Merva or Johnson or whatever, I need to put my family first. So in whatever we're building here, just like you have a family, I have a family. I don't want to be leaving my family at 4 o'clock in the morning and getting home at 9 at night.
Wait, hold up. So you want these women to quit their jobs, right? You take these jobs and then you go into these jobs and set the rules for how you will show up. You don't show up on weekend, you can't come in early, you can't leave late. You go back to get fired. You are going to go into the jobs for the men who dictate and control and is like marginalizing you, right? The people who are attacking you. And you think you're going to tell them when you come in and when you leave.
Demons.
Period. So y'all going to be homeless. Got it.
Let me tell you the secret to this whole thing. The niggas are not going to go to work. It's not going to happen.
They live in poverty
If you
together.
were going to work, you would have worked already. Like, this is not real.
They're gonna live in poverty together, but at least his dignity will be intact because you won't be you'll be in poverty with him.
I guess, does he not, like, I feel like he like, do people not put their ideas on paper to figure out, like this does not track, this does not make sense.
They don't put it on paper, and they don't talk to anybody who disagrees, so they don't ever have to explain anything. They don't have to justify their points, nothing. They just literally just talk. That's it.
Yeah, like if you put the first half of what he said with where he is at now together, it's a confusing mess.
It'll never make sense because it's not fair, but it's not meant to. That he's literally appealing to women who in his mind are desperate enough to do something so catastrophic for their own well-being in an effort to get a man. That's exactly who he's talking to. And he's also talking to men with barely a pot to piss in who just want to feel superior but aren't actually superior beings. That's who he's talking to.
But because let's be clear, when you quit your job, you like, all right, let me rephrase that. The fact that you have to quit your job so they can build business seems wild.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like you just playing in our face. I don't like it. You just playing in our face. Go ahead, Graybeard.
I don't want to be working on the weekends and not watching my kids play sports. So let us find a work.
Well, also, you know how they're like, the immigrants are coming over and stealing our jobs. Then a bunch of these farms lost their ability to have immigrants. They all left. And then they couldn't fill in any of the positions.
Yep. Yeah.
Same thing. It's a you can't black men can't say we need to get better. Like me and you, we need to get better as people. We need to be faster, smarter. We need to do things better. We need to get healthier. We need to get more educated. I can't say that we need to actually, without talking about women or anybody else, I can't actually say that. So I have to make like a villain and like a war and like a story arc and all this other shit to get you excited because I can't just say the truth.
Yeah, because I just don't understand why women had to quit their job for these men to get it. Like I know, like I'm still stuck there, and he's not explained it. Because you building businesses, you saying, "Oh, you can't work because you need to go watch your child play sports." Good, I love that for you. But how about you? Just like have the lady do the job that, because you obviously don't want to do it. Like you're about to be fired, and ain't nobody about to be able to provide for that family.
If men wanted to work and own things and they wanted their women not to work, they would have already done it. They would be doing it. It would be happening. Because it's not happening. And if we leave our jobs, it isn't just going to fill up all of a sudden with a bunch of black men because these black men don't want to work, obviously. So I don't, it's not going to do what you think it's going to do, buddy.
Right. And I just refuse to buy that there is anywhere on this earth where Black women are just allowed to do whatever they want. We have no obstacles in place, and they're all put up in front of Black men. Like I will never buy that. So if that is the case, if the stats are what they are, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that there's something that y'all are either doing that is putting you at a disadvantage, or something that you're not doing that is contributing to the situation that you're in. Because if that is not the same exact case for Black women, it's a fault on y'all part.
And how do we even know that you could accomplish this? Because you, the man who's bringing up the idea, are a dusty.
But yeah, you're
telling me you're telling me you have this great idea. You think all these men can follow it. How do you know these men can follow it? Because you can't even do it. Right. So maybe this is not even possible.
Yeah, you and your 6 baby kids with 5 baby mama is insane.
So, so you gonna go get a job and all the baby mamas gonna go to the house?
Like, bro, like, listen, get on those hands and knees, scrub that floor, cook them meals, keep them places clean. Cause I know all your baby mamas got their own places. You look like you live alone.
Yo.
So show up for them how you can right now. That's the issue.
No,
right?
It's purely ego. Because the way that Black men have a perfect setup where you can find a successful Black woman with her own house, her own car, who you can live off with, who will put you through school, who clean up after you and all these things. And you turn around and go, I hate this. I'm angry about this.
Yep.
It doesn't make like they have such really good positions that they're in, and they have such vitriol for it. It doesn't make it, and it's pure ego. Because for me, I'm like, well, if I met a partner who's extremely successful and houses me and doesn't have any complaints about it, who Black male worships me down, then what am I upset about? What am I angry about? What is this hatred from then?
Well, and we've talked a lot about this, right? And it's the fact that they know they are not deserving of that type of treatment.
Correct.
And they end up resenting that very successful woman who's debasing herself for them.
Yep. They don't respect you.
But you know what? Can we? I mean, obviously, I'm not thrilled at the idea of a Black woman being mistreated, but I actually do prefer that they treat them exactly the way that they're treating them, so that these Black women will know that they're deserving of better. Like you have to know this doesn't serve you, and if you're not going to realize that, let how they treat you expose that. Yeah,
I don't know why women are subjugating themselves to weak, useless people's leadership. Like, I don't understand that. Like, get out of my face.
And things are definitely changing, but there was a point where like a Black woman was filling out your application, they were dropping you off at the job, they were housing you, clothing you.
They were
literally.
Like men were using your car to go cheat on you.
Right. They were literally you were literally having the time of your life. Like, actually, they were giving you pocket money. You had their credit cards. That, like, Black men were having, and some still are having, the time of their life, and they're extremely angry. They have a very easy life. They don't have to take care of none of these kids. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to work, and they're extremely, extremely angry.
Workable model. Yes, you pay me a little bit. Yes, it's your business, but can we be building our nation together, which is very important. And if that's not happening, then the Black men need to build parallel systems.
He said, you need to go to your white boss and ask if y'all can build together. Because if you don't get clock in and go to your job, if you don't clock in and go to your job, girl, nobody got time.
The taxi industry forces people to use their businesses. They operate in a ruthless way. And maybe Black men need to have that conversation. How do we copy the taxi association model and do it in spaza shops and do it in grocery shops and do it in insurance businesses and banking, and say, if you are a Black person that lives in this area, you will use this bank. Otherwise, you're not allowed maybe to live in this area, especially in places like the townships, where you've got foreigners and white people and Indians and Chinese people coming to run businesses there. And the Black men, they run nothing except for maybe the taxis that are driving in and out there, so that you can uplift the Black nation. Not to bash anyone else, but to uplift the Black nation, so that the Black man, the Black woman can get along, so that the Black woman is safe, so that the Black woman knows my man will provide. I know my man will be there for me. I know my man will support me. And in my tweet, as wild as it was, it's wild because in a modern way of living, we're so far from that. But I've just given you examples of groups that are currently still doing that today. If the Black men are mentally not ready, you do things like set a Black tax, a Black men tax, and say Black men, all their money will be taxed an extra 20%. And this 20% will ensure that women have homes. If she's a single mother for whatever reason, maybe her man passes.
You're saying right now we are not ready. You're going to tax the men you said don't have jobs and make under 70K a year, and you think that is going to give money enough for Black women to have homes who will not have jobs? Girl, get out of my face, because you can't do math either. Like get out of my face.
It'll ensure that the women have money to take care of the kids where there's no man giving her money.
DJ, did you get off mute? Sorry.
No, I did, because I just wanted to say, because he's talking about Black women being safe. Why aren't they safe now?
Right.
And what would confirm, what would ensure their safety after they quit their jobs? What would ensure that? Nothing at all.
For people watching, can you hit the liking the stream is good for the algorithm. So if you're watching, please like the stream so it goes out to more people. Thank you so much.
Something like the child grant, it'll ensure that women get money to be able to enclose themselves and get toiletries. It'll allow women to have some decent kind of life. And the Black men will get punished via tax so that Black women can be uplifted. so that over time, the black men will say, you can remove this tax now because our homes seem to be getting along. Our women are now happier, healthier, our kids are thriving. More and more of us have the ability now to give our women the money without needing to be taxed. And then you're like, okay, we can remove the tax now because it seems the black family structure is now beginning to win. Those are incredibly important conversations.
That is one of the dumbest suggestions I've ever heard. How are you going to tax a group of men enough, 20% of nothing, to give women homes and food and things like that, when, again, it's 20% of nothing?
No, but again, Themis, this is after all the women quit their jobs and give the men better paying jobs, right? And so I thought that he was at least like, I even now I realize that I've given this man too much grace. I at least thought he meant that this tax would be indefinite. You're talking about once black men essentially get acclimated to their new roles, that's when you would get rid of the tax that was put in place to protect women. So women will no longer need protection.
Yeah, women would have to go beg men for money.
Yeah. Yep. These good, well-natured, like
well-meaning,
the way that everyone in society has to be perfect and loving and all these things for this to ever work out, and the way that's already not happening now. Right. And I don't think that if I quit my job, all of a sudden these niggas gonna grow hearts and souls and gonna treat me like a good.
No, you should try it first. You don't know. Don't knock it till
right,
you try.
Right. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like what he's dancing around is the notion that a man who feels powerless is the most dangerous type of man. And I feel like that might be the case for some men, but y'all are also extremely, perhaps even more dangerous when you do have power, actually. Right. So no, I'm not falling for that either.
That black men need to have with each other. And if you look at your king, and if you look at your chief, and if you look at your mfundisi, and if you look at your politician, and if you look at your business leaders, and they are not looking to create you to be a strong man in your home, if they are not looking to help you be a provider in your home, if they are not helping you to make sure that your woman is taken care of by you and your children, those are the type of leaders you should not be following.
So the leaders, the providers in the home need help from everyone to make them leaders and providers when women can just do it for themselves. Like, women just go to work and do it for themselves, but you need the entire social, political, and economic structure to completely flip in order for you to do it, to do what women are doing on their own.
He is just twisting himself in a good old pretzel trying to make this make sense. It doesn't. Sorry.
Right. Like, you need so much help in order to do what women are just doing on their own. Why just not? I mean, again, someone, was it Keelo who was saying that we have it so easy? Like, you could literally just go find a woman who has a job, you have a job, people are doing 50-50 now, and boom, bam, bam.
You're done.
You're good.
And black women are doing 100-0. You can find a successful woman to do 100-0 right now. You absolutely could. And that still would make them unhappy because deep down they know they're worthless.
Stop.
It's garbage. That's why they can't accept the situation. No matter, I was out there, I'm like, I don't understand these men. You have a wonderful situation. These women are doing whatever you want them to do. You don't have to take care of your kids. You don't have to have a job. So why then are you still angry? Because deep down you know that you don't deserve any of this. Yeah. You're not contributing anything. You feel in your heart, you have nothing of value.
Yeah. And instead of actually just working on being something of value, they'd rather take that self-hatred and externalize it. That's exactly what they do.
Correct.
And externalize it in the dumbest way, where they're telling you to quit your job. They don't got a job, so now we're all going to be broken homeless.
Yeah, we're all going to be broken homeless.
Because they're... Oh, sorry, I'll be quick. I was just going to say, because their well-being is not necessarily what's paramount to them. It is a woman's well-being without them. So as long as a woman is not doing as well as she once was, they're happy.
Yeah. Take you down a peg. That's really all it ever was.
Incentivize women to be single mothers. Very happy to incentivize women to fight with men. Very happy to be like, no, we'll hire women over men. They are destroying the family structure. And there needs to be a conversation about that. The default should not be, let us hire women. The default should be, let the men work, because work is hard.
Hear me. Hire the person qualified.
Wait. Let the man work. Who's not letting the men work?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, me. Oh, me, because I got the job.
Yeah.
Oh.
The default should not be hire a woman. It should let the man work. Wait, you can work, girl. Get it.
I was saying, who's stopping you from? Who's stopping you? They go out there
for the job. You're gonna
they go outside their house, and someone's like, "Stop! You can't go. You can't go to work today."
It is very rare for a doctor who is skilled to not have a job. It is very unlikely.
Extremely unlikely, and it's not because they don't want to not work. It's extremely unlikely. Right. You could have unalived people. You could have been incompetent, and you can still get a job. Trust me, you can still get a job.
Right. It's wild to be sitting up here like, let a man work. Who is stopping you from working, girl? I just hate the fact that it's just this weird, like, oh, woe is me, everything is against me. And yes, there are systems in place that are bad, but like, if women can work, you can work. And the fact that you're sitting up here talking about let the man work should be the default is weird when you can work.
Correct. You're already in a society right now. You don't have to do anything. Go fill out the application right now. You can work right now if you want to. The system's already in place. We already have this.
Yeah,
he like can go work right now.
The way he looked with nothing, have 6 baby mamas or 5 or however many.
You got 5 women to have a child with you. Is insane.
Right, like you're right.
Insane.
And because of testosterone, men are designed for that. Men are designed to handle stress. Men are designed to work long hours. Women are nurturers. Women are nurturers. They are meant to be in the home.
I don't judge women or men or color. Remember when he said that in the beginning? Okay, so what are you doing right now when it comes to women? Mind you, the people he say can take stress are the people who will unalive you if you reject them.
Not stressed as much. That's why even when you go to war, you're not sending women in the front line. Because their estrogen and the way they are designed is not designed for them to go and manage men beating them up and killing them and shooting them. There are women with a high testosterone who love a good rumble. Those women should always be allowed to be there. That's why the woman empowerment feminism agenda was so important. There were many women that needed to get a fair shot to play this game.
Yeah, none of this is based on any facts at all. He's literally just talking. It's because of estrogen. And there are women who have more testosterone who love a good rumble. You have absolutely no evidence to support that.
No, but women are cheering on. The reason people keep asking me why. The reason is this is the snake tongue patriarchy that women love to hear. Oh, men just want to protect us, but no.
No, they don't. That same estrogen that they use to feminize you is the same estrogen excuse they'll use to throw you in that kitchen and tell you that you can't speak when they're unless spoken to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I just want to stop hearing about what men want. Please stop talking to me about what men want. What are men doing? What are they actualizing? What are they bringing about? That is what's of most importance. Like it's none of this matters because you're even talking about a social safety net, which is never going to happen, but it's cute. It's real cute. Go ahead and institute that first. Set the foundation for this new society that you want so badly. Stop leaving it to somebody else, accepting that you yourself are powerless in this regard. And thus you need to look at white South Africa as well as the Black women who are actually doing their part. You're looking to them to usher in this new society that only benefits you in the end.
Yeah.
He says women aren't built to go to work because of the high stress level. Because when men go to war, they don't put women at the front line because they're not equipped to be beaten and killed. Okay, how did we leave corporate work to war?
Exactly.
And also, like, we are equipped for stress, obviously, because one, we have children that you love to talk about so much, but also, like, we already had the jobs.
But if they actually thought about how hard you work, and these same men will talk about how important it is and how difficult being a mother is at home, they don't actually believe that because if they believe that, they could not in the same breath say you are not built for stress.
Correct. It's BS. And also, if I'm not, the women shouldn't be at work. They're not built for stress. Well, we're already there, brother.
Yeah, and you're not. So
yeah, we already there. Like, I don't know. It's already happening now.
Right. Like, are you sure you're built for this? Because it's like nothing's given that.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I mean,
you're not
you
working.
requesting that women drop out of work so that you can get a job means you're not built for
You're
it.
not
You're not
built
built
for
for
it.
it. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you're not in the running. Like, you're literally
You are not
unqualified.
going to Hollywood.
Yeah. Like, it's odd to me that they have to ask us to be leaders. They have to
Yep.
ask us to if they can have a job. They have to ask us if they could be men. Like, they
No,
have
this man just was begging the system if he could be a leader. Like, you need to help men be leaders in their homes. Wait,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get a job and get some self-esteem.
Right.
For the rest of the
No,
women,
that was it.
the default should not be go and work. The default should be, look, you will have a man, your father, your brother, your husband that will take care of you. And if not, we have a nice grant for you that'll ensure that as a woman, you get to be a woman and you get to choose if you want to go work.
They chose.
They already chose. We're
They
choosing
chose.
now. This life already exists. Like this life you're talking about already exists.
Wait, but hold on, right? This is the same guy who wants women to quit their jobs in order to make room for the men. And in this same world where that took place, the woman would still have the option to go back into the workforce at any time. What job? What job?
He's lying. He's not being honest.
At
No, he's a
all.
liar. He's just saying
But
stuff.
he's trying to appease women, and women are falling for it because he have a large audience of women over there, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Because
You
he
know why.
said, yeah, you already know why. It's cutesy when you say, I don't want the women to work. We want the women to relax and be home with the kids, and we just want you guys to be happy. That's what the women are hearing.
Yeah. And I'm gonna need them to stop hearing that.
Yeah.
Formally, otherwise you work at home. Adolf Hitler, when he was industrializing Germany, made sure that women were taken out of work and made sure that these women were sent home. They were given big grants, especially to fall pregnant, and they were taken care of. Yes, you remove the women so that
Yes, that is a good point in history to turn to. That is a great point in history. Thank you. Thank you so much. You definitely furthered your own argument. Thank you so much.
This is man just said Adolf Hitler. Mind
Like
you,
at this point, it's like it's turn it off. Yeah, like turn it. He's just turn it off. Like he's not serious.
yeah, and then mind you, the whole idea was that white Aryan women, blonde-haired, blue-eyed women need to have more blonde-haired, blue-eyed babies, as many as possible. And in the early 1930s, when they were removed from, there were incentives about loans for women. They had to restructure all of that, like almost immediately, because there was not enough people in the labor force. They had, like, the wife loans had to be readjusted so women who work could go back to work. The society, even in his Hitler society, he's trying to create a Hitler society. But even in the Hitler society that he's referencing, women had to be able to go back to work because there was not enough bodies in the late 1930s.
Well, he's dumb, Demas.
The fact that you reference Hitler was it for me.
Yeah, like I'm kind of out now. Like I'm out now. Like you had me. I was there. I was like, period. It's giving Dusty. Period. Dusty. Whatever. I'm with it. Hitler. It's like, all right, I'm out.
An early reference to the KKK came from actual Germany. You know that, right? So the German word for what was it? Children, kitchen, and church. That was the role of women. That's the KKK for women. But it was the children is Kinder, right, in German. So it was KKK. And so the fact that a black man is sitting up here referencing Hitler is insane to me.
Well, I mean, would Hitler accept him into the inner party? Would you be one? Like, what are we talking? Like, when you start referring to white people who literally hate your existence as a role model for how you want your new world to look like, it's like, dude, we're out, we're done.
But it's not even just your new world. The treatment of women in a system that oppresses women and minorities. That's where you're getting your ideas for how women should be treated in a modern world.
Correct.
And you are doing it in a way that apparently appeals to women. And that is insane to me.
Yeah, I don't know what they're hearing.
Like, all you have to hear is the word Hitler to know, you know what, let me just back out of there. I'm not going to do that.
Correct.
The waiters are men, so that the nurse.
Themis, you were right. I never would have guessed that. Girl, when I heard it, I was shook for like a good minute before I continued playing.
I mean, so that those.
By the way, you want to know how I got why I'm doing this? Someone sent this to me, telling me this is a guy with a plan.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Were they being serious? Like, or were they trying to be funny?
A man sent it to me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Is he willing to come up on the stream?
No, none of these men are willing to come up on the stream anymore.
Oh, period.
And make money, and then go and provide for their woman. Buy weaves, do nails, whatever women expect men to do, and failing which those men get taxed. Let's say the man is single, or he's not really doing the right thing with his woman. Tax that man and make sure that the woman out there are benefiting. And the woman can say, thank you so much for the system. Some of us as sisters get to work because we want to work. We appreciate working and fighting and whatever's needed out there. But then for the rest of us, we appreciate that the men are getting taxed so that we can stay at home and fix and run the home and raise the children so that we can have a healthier society. This is a very important conversation for us to have. One of the comments was, next thing you want to be like Saudi Arabia and say that women must not drive cars. Guys, rich people do not drive themselves. They get driven.
So instead of saying no, I would never say women can't drive cars. He's explaining why not being able to drive cars is a good thing. So yes, he would also restrict women's ability to drive cars by themselves.
I mean, like Keelo was saying, he already want women to come out with something that only keeps their eyes uncovered, and that's it. But yeah, no. And again, it's this jump to what the rich are doing. We're not talking about that. We're talking about regular, everyday people who just want to elevate themselves financially so that they're not in poverty. Why do you keep talking about the rich?
Patriarchy is not benevolent. Stop pretending like it is. If you can, use it for all you can get from it, but know that you should never, ever subject yourself to the extent you can to a man's rule in a patriarchy. I'm not saying don't date as far up as you can financially, but be very careful not to give your power up to anyone, including your man.
Yeah, because they're telling you what they'll do to you when they don't have enough power. They're telling you what they're going to do straight to your face. And they're not guaranteeing you anything. Actually, they're promising you pretty much nothing.
Right.
Zero. Because
look at the DV and femicide rates now, and where we're operating in a society where we can keep it on South Africa, but a lot of what we're saying applies to the States. So period. Regardless of the country, you have a scenario where Black men are not high on the totem pole, and the DV rates and the femicide rates still are what they are. How could you possibly expect me to believe that it would be better if the only thing that changed were Black men acquiring more power? Because that is all he is describing. You could throw in stuff like, oh, stop hitting women. Oh, be better partners. If it was in them, they would already be doing that, especially in an attempt to offset the fact that they are not showing up from a compensation perspective like they want to. They would find other ways to cater to these women that they claim to love and care for, but they're not doing that. So why, this is so demonic to me, because he knows what he's sending them towards.
If you were a good person, you already wouldn't be harming women.
Exactly.
So there's no point that the adding that in is like, hey ladies, little bonus. If you quit your job, the men will stop beating you. It's like, okay,
everything will fall into place. This will be a healthier society.
What are you talking about? I'm just gonna throw that in as a little 10% discount. That the men what are you talking about? It's like if the men didn't want to beat you, they wouldn't be beating you. It wouldn't be in them. It wouldn't be part of their they would have more emotional regulation if that was the case. Exactly. And not only talk about DV, we're talking about assaulting women, stalking women, just verbal altercations, any type of violence that you can think of, it would already not be happening because the men wouldn't be interested in living that kind of lifestyle. Exactly. So for you to throw that in, like, you can promise me a little less smacking around on the side, I'm not really convinced. But again, he's not promising you anything. Right. Just quit your job. That's it.
Yep.
Privileged people get driven. People that have money get Ubered and bolted everywhere. The default for a woman should be, my lady, please relax. I will drive you. I'm a man. I will deal with road rage and chicken.
Answer the question. Would women be able to drive in your world?
Nope.
He's saying no because they would be too privileged for that in this society.
Right.
No, but that's how the women are hearing it. They're like, see, these men want to treat us like princesses. They don't even want us to drive.
And that's what they need to wake up from.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're hearing it from a very naive, childlike perspective. Because like, how does that actually play out in real life?
Right.
If the robot is red or green, I will do the manual labor of driving. You can drive if you so wish, but the default should not be for a woman that I have no choice but to get a driving license because there is no man to drive me around. Men, anyway, I'm not talking now about criminals and.
And he says the default should not be. Does that mean if you're married, you don't get a driver's license? Because it feels like if you have to do it, then I guess. But the default, what do you mean the default? If I got a driver's license and I want to drive, girl, I should be able to drive. What is this? Default should not be you drive.
No, because he basically says we're going to take your rights away. Just kidding. But if you really want to, you can.
Right. Mm-hmm. But the default shouldn't be that you have rights, but like if you need the rights.
Right. The default should be choice. Right. You have the choice. The default for him is like, you don't have the rights, but I'll lend them to you. You know, if you want a little bit. You know, everyone's something.
Mind you, these same men who are like literally being kept out of the workforce by an unlocked door. Right? Like we know what's really happening. Y'all can't even get these jobs, but y'all could do all this. Right. Y'all could provide for a woman to this degree. Like, be for real, be reasonable. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's not even trying to be reasonable just shows me just how nonsensical all this is.
Yeah, he's just saying stuff. He's literally just saying stuff like, we'll treat you wonderfully. You don't have to put your foot on the ground. We'll carry you. We'll tie your legs together and your arms together so that you don't have to think about walking. You know what I mean? We'll just like carry you.
Matter of fact, don't even leave the house. You don't even have to leave the house.
You don't even need to leave the house. I mean, we'll make sure you never have to unless you really want to, but like you never have to actually leave the house ever without a man who should like escort you, you know, like just so that we can take on the stresses of society. But like you'll never have to actually leave the house.
And you are so precious. So if you ever did have to leave the house, like if I allowed you to leave the house, yeah, you should be covered up because nobody deserves to see your beautiful female frame.
Right. It might stress you out. It might stress you. And we don't, and you know, the estrogen makes us say I can't handle stress.
We gonna have an application for you to drive the car. The default should not be that you drive a car, but we're going to have an application that you need to request a exception from your husband to drive the car.
Yeah, and you can't leave your house unless your husband's with you. It's all just nonsense. Subjugation has really pretty language.
And we say it's nonsense. This is happening all across the world. All over the Middle East right now. Don't at me, at yourself.
How much of this movie this we got?
The decayed society we have today. A man should see a woman walking on the road and be like, "Siswam, can I please give you a lift?" It should not be that a woman is walking and that as a man, when I'm driving, I cannot give you a lift for free. And you both.
I told you.
Shouldn't you be working? Shouldn't you be at work?
DJ, a woman shouldn't be walking.
A woman is walking, I'm sure you.
A woman shouldn't be walking. I told you, a woman should not have to have the stress of walking. And in a minute, he's going to say you shouldn't have the stress of leaving your house.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And provide for women. This is not for me. This is not for penniless. I have a different way of living. This is for the general Black South African community that I can see is struggling. They are fighting with their women. They have issues with their homes, dysfunctional families. That's Black men. For white men, so we can bunch colored men there. And then Indian men almost.
All right. Here is the tea. Let him go to white men and tell white men what white men need to do. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, this is the fun part. This is the part where it's like, okay, girl, we can let her hair down, relax, get out of the feminist scope, and let's hear men talk to men. They're subjugators. I mean, other men.
It's between black, colored, and white, but lean more towards white. For white men, you guys have got decades, centuries of privilege here. Acknowledge it. Don't have to be ashamed. Your forefathers were great fighters. They came and they dominated the African in Africa and in South Africa. These are the spoils of having dominant ancestors that came with superior weapons, superior strategy, built their British systems, which were then run by the Afrikaners, brought in their Roman Dutch law, their Christianity and their Christian schools. Today we all speak English, some speak Afrikaans. You guys deserve it. You earned it. Your privilege.
You guys deserve it. To white men.
You earned it. You earned it, white men. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. The way you just came over here and slaughtered. Like,
the way you came over here and subjugated my people, slaughtered my people, pillaged and plundered my people. You deserve a break. You know? Like,
I know a beggar when I see one.
Mm-hmm.
I know when you're about to ask me for some stuff.
Right.
I know when you're about to ask me for some stuff. I know it.
I know the buttering up.
Just put him back on the plantation. Just put him back.
He wants to be back there.
They want to go back.
No.
They keep telling us that they want to go back. They keep telling us that they need to. They keep telling us that they're not productive. They can't work. They can't do anything on their own. They can't lead. They can't do nothing. I say, you know what? Master gonna help you out.
Yeah, he wants to work for the white man, right?
For herself, I have no clue what Keela talking about.
Yep.
Absolutely not. I reject everything Keela just said.
Yeah,
Keelo is literally just paraphrasing what this man is saying. He wants to work for the white man. There aren't enough jobs. So if the white man creates jobs on a couple plantations, boom. Dignity.
Jobs.
Black
Ego
man's dignity.
corrected. Boom.
Yeah. I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, you exploited people. Yes, you killed people. But historically, those were like the rules of engagement. That's how.
Yeah. Send them back.
Game recognized game. Y'all did that.
Send these niggas back.
Y'all did that. Game recognized game. Y'all really did what needed to be done.
He said y'all ate that. He said y'all ate that.
Y'all ate that.
He said what's 6 plus 2? 8.
Y'all
gagged my ancestors. My ancestors were
y'all gagged the fuck out of my ancestors. Cleared them out. Aired out the place.
Someone said Elon Musk is his hero, period.
Systems, which were then run by the Afrikaners, brought in their Roman Dutch law, their Christianity and their Christian schools. Today we all speak English, some speak Afrikaans. You guys deserve it. You earned it. Your privilege. Yes, you exploited people. Yes, you killed people. But historically, those were like the rules of engagement. That's how Oshaka got to build a strong Zulu kingdom. The rules of engagement is we fight, some people die, some people bleed, and the winner gets to dominate and have the dominant culture. That's what we have. But if white South African men also want this country to win, they need work to do because white South African men are under attack. I go on social media every day.
The conquerors are under attack.
The colonizers need our help.
Isn't it so insane? Isn't it so insane that the only group that seems to not be under attack in his mind are Black women that are literally being attacked?
But the women are perfectly fine in his mind, but white men who came in, killed, pillaged, colonized, took over everything. Y'all are under attack, guys.
No, the white colonizers need your help.
Right.
Oh wow, this is crazy.
Send them back.
The leaders.
They're lost. They're lost.
And I see white men having to fight for what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a woman? The transgender agenda. A lot of white men have an issue with it. They're like, look, be whatever you want to be. You are part of LGBTQI, the rainbow community. We're happy for you. Why must this stuff be taught in our children's schools? Why must you guys force our kids to abide by these things? We don't want.
That's absolutely not what they're saying.
Substantively with this, all we're doing is listening to this man tell white men they need help, and he's here to help. He can't help himself. He's subjugated, right? He own that he owns nothing. He subjugated black men are poor.
Right.
He gave you the stats, but
Right.
they have the answers for the white man who is subjugating them.
Right. He literally said he's sitting there waiting in line for the black women to quit their jobs.
Right, to get the jobs from the white man that he's now about to help.
That he's about to help. Yeah. He about to help him because he about to go get in the field. He said, get in the field. So he said, get out that bad job. The white people need us. Get in the field.
Insane. This is the most insane take I've ever heard.
Period. I love that.
So white men are feeling threatened in certain spaces, and their masculinity is being questioned as well. And the way that they are doing things, there are people, elite people, very dodgy, malicious people who are trying to infiltrate white women to be like, why does your man get to make the money? Why does he get to provide in the home? When are you white women going to rise? Remember that feminism was a white female movement. It wasn't a black female movement. By the time it came to Africa, I believe it came for malicious reasons. What should have come to Africa should have been the black woman saying, black man, let's get together and let's build together. Not as a black woman, I'm oppressed. The people that oppressed the black woman were the white people in power who built systems to take the black man out of the house, and then next thing to take the black woman out of the house, and then they made them fight together.
So it was a welfare took them out of the house. It was white man. The same white man he's telling you need help.
Right. It's dubious.
He doesn't. The reason is that his theory is incoherent. He wants to create this rainbow coalition of degenerates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men against women, where all men are on his side, but he is also oppressed, and his oppressor is men. So it's very hard for him to both hold that the oppressors are men, that he's going to fight the system, but he also wants men on his side that are oppressive towards him. It's very difficult. He just trash.
Themas, he said, use me.
How he knows his enemy is women. That's how he knows.
He said, we're here together. I know you oppressed me, but I'm still here. The black women did their job. We still here. I'm gonna start working for you again when the black woman quits, and I'll help you fight the oppressors that are oppressing
you. Deserve it.
Yeah, he said you deserve
what's the makeup brand? I wanted to because you deserve it. I forgot what makeup commercial that is.
Because you deserve it.
Who will get hired? The black man or the black woman? You should not be fighting with the black man. But these were
the more qualified party. That's who gets hired.
He says, white man, who should get hired, the black man or the white woman? You should not be fighting with the black men. So are you saying they should prioritize hiring black men over black women? Are you making black women your enemy in the competition for a job from the white man?
Yes, he wants white men to choose black men over black women, and I wouldn't be surprised over white women as well. I think that's what he's trying to do here. All of that buttering up is like, yeah, you may be above me on the totem pole, but we as men are above women. Therefore, we should work together to keep men in power. Choose me over black women.
Choose me, baby. Choose me.
That's literally what he wants.
The thing is, I think he thinks white men are like him, where like as much as white men subjugate white women, they're not about to choose black men over white women.
It's never going to happen. Yeah, it's never
exactly. But he thinks he could appeal to their misogyny enough to elevate himself and his demographic.
But he ignores racism. Girl.
Yeah, that's what he doesn't realize. Racism is
not
stronger. When it comes to white men, racism will always be stronger than
didn't
misogyny.
black men tell us that they don't feel racism, that's not a thing? Like you're no longer being subjected to that?
Let them go on one of them incel forums. Because them men will be out there dragging women for self, and then they see a picture of a black man and they go in. They turn racist real quick.
They hate niggas.
Ask Myron. Myron had to find out the hard way.
They if you're gonna be in an incel forum, you need to pretend to be white. Don't ever let them think that you're a colored of any sort. Even Indian men, you name it, they are very racist over there. Very, very racist.
Systems created by the colonizers and the apartheid government, etc. I'm saying for white men, this thing is coming for you as well, where you are having issues with your white women fighting white men on Twitter. Oh, are you such a misogynist? Oh, it's because of
Remember how he opened saying no other group of women are dragging their men? Remember that's how he opened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how now? Because he said black women are the only group of women dragging black men. But now, when you want white men to be on your side, you're saying white women are dragging white men now too?
Yes, us against them. He's man's best friend. He said, "Don't forget about us. Don't forget about us. Don't
He's
forget."
lying. His theory does make sense because it's inconsistent. He's a liar.
He's like, "Remember, white man, we used to be men together. Like, yeah, you used to oppress me or whatever, but like,
killing, pillaging, raping. That was just the way we did it back then, girl.
You deserved it. We
like
deserved
remember
it. We were weak. We deserved it.
Remember when you made the chosen few of us the slave catchers? Like, do you remember the dynamic we had, slave master and slave catcher? Like, we really did that. We were really working together.
Don't forget about us. Don't, baby, don't let it go. Don't forget about lady.
This man is on his knees begging.
Yeah, it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Stop hiring them over us, white man. Stop.
Mm-hmm. We used to be one.
Man, some lower black boy and fat transfer would do him well right here.
Oh my god,
you're so ridiculous.
No, it would eat if his face balanced properly.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to be. He's never gonna be balanced until he's taking care of them kids. There's never gonna be any balance for this man.
Patriarchy, you're just a homophobe, and the white man's like, bro, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm trying to be a good partner to my woman. I'm trying to be a good dad to my kids, and you're attacking me. So white men also feel threatened in some way, and then they also get.
Themis, how come you did not do a live stream live on Myron when they kicked him out of Turning Point USA? Because Myron is an idiot who's been getting dragged by white folks for the last 2 years, and the thing is, like, there's nothing to glean from him, right? Like, he's just a whatever. He's just that.
There's nothing to add. I mean, what are you gonna say? Like, there's nothing more to add.
Like, I saw the clip. He looked pitiful. It wasn't even worth making fun of. It's just like, this is sad at this point.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
You know those people online who are making fun of the Republican Party, and they're making fun of this and they're making fun of that, and they're pretending to warn them about that. Like, Candace Owens is running amok right now. And like, I'm just watching, and those people, I think part of it, hopefully a big part of it, is them people wanting to make their money, right?
Yeah.
So make money, right? I don't need to make money online, so whatever. I'm not about to warn the right about what's coming and how the civil war is about to implode, their internal conflict. Like, just watch, eat your food, and laugh. Like, I watch Myron get dragged, and I just laugh. And then I moved on about my life. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, he been getting dragged mercilessly by everybody. No notes.
Yeah, like the Epstein files not coming out and people bending over backwards to pretend like they don't know why is like funny to me. Like, it is. Like, no, the sex trafficking, child trafficking part, care about, need to understand, need to hold people accountable. Watching half the population, less than half, a lot less than half, pretend like they don't know what's happening and why we don't have information is kind of insane to me. Why do I need to add my voice to that? I don't. I really don't. I really do not.
Demons, remember when you had a live where you were calling pressure pick lace front coconuts? You're ridiculous.
I also realize people don't care about a lot of things they pretend to care about. And that I've let a lot of things go in 2025 because, like, we don't care. But I'm going to make people care about this feminism. I'm going to make people care. This is you going to care about.
Threatened or feel threatened by Black, Indian, colored men. And I'm saying to you, guys have an advantage. Use it. White South African men, because you guys have built the structures and you have the money more than the other races, it's up to you in certain aspects to lead. That means if you...
to the white man. It's up to you to lead. Yeah.
He said, "White man." He got on his bended knee. He got on bended knee.
This is the group of men that wants women to be subject to their rule. These are the group of men who want you to look up to them as their leaders. Absolutely not.
And he just literally said, "White men, we're looking to you to lead." Yes. Back to the field, DJ. I mean, we said it. Back to the field. They want to be led. Yeah, yeah.
You claim to be smarter than other races. You claim to
This is so odd. This is so odd.
Jesus! Never again let any of these men sit in your face and tell you that you need to be subject to their rule. Do not ever do it. If he look like this man, he's not about to lead you. He told the white men, black men have let bygones be bygones. Truth. Period. That's what he did. Stars above the MO for us.
be more strategic, better business people. Prove it. What does that mean? It means white South African men have a responsibility to take control of the economy. Not
honestly, I don't even have anything to say at this point. I really don't. Like, I don't have anything to say. DJ, you got anything?
No, not at all. I need him to wrap it up because this is getting extra depressing. Like, this is, bro, stand up. I never thought I would have to tell a man to stand up, but stand up.
If I do not laugh, I will cry.
He opening his throat chakras.
Like, this is embarrassing.
Like, you really sitting there, mouth wide open, trying to unhinge your jaw. Like, it's getting too much. It's too much, man. It's too much. He's taking his jaw off the hinges, saying, please help us. Like, man. I can't watch this.
I think this might be worse than the barbershop video. Remember when they were talking to RFK in the barbershop?
Nothing will ever be worse than that. I'm sorry.
I think this stops that. To be like, this is literally begging a man saying, please lead us.
This is worse than pharmacy without the P is pharmacy.
My skin crawls when I listen to that. My whole body goes numb listening to him right now. But my entire body's numb.
Ooh.
Yeah, because the barbershop, they were just talking and just being ignorant. This guy is literally begging white men to subjugate him again.
Point taken.
Like, this man has a napkin, he has a bib, he on his knees, he got a spoon, he got a bowl. Like, it's just too much. This is too much.
It's a lot.
the expense of other races in South Africa, but at the expense of foreigners. White South African men should not sit idle while the Chinese are coming here, while the Americans are coming here, while the Europeans.
White South Africans should do something about the Chinese. Like, the white South Africans are the people you're looking to prevent the Chinese takeover.
A whole continent full of niggas.
Wait, hold on. Why are we only now just talking about the Americans and Chinese? I thought you said all the jobs is going to the black women. Why don't you want their jobs? Why don't you want the Americans and the Chinese jobs?
Mind you, a whole continent full of niggas. DJ, mind you.
Wow, this is
a
crazy.
Whole continent. And you ask the little 2% white people for help. The white, like, y'all are embarrassing. Aren't you embarrassed? That's nuts.
That is nuts. That is nuts. This whole thing is nuts.
Are coming here. And then white South African men sit back while other Africans, black, come into South Africa and they sit back. White South African men are meant to consolidate and say, no, this is ours. And this is meant to benefit us as white South Africans.
White South Africans should consolidate and say, this is ours. What is ours for whites in Africa? The whole continent.
hours. Chat. DJ Themis on a continent full of niggas.
Yo.
This is insane. Like, I don't. You're that useless. So it actually doesn't matter if I'm surrounded by black people. It's still the one white man's job to save y'all. Y'all can't do anything. There's nothing that you men can do here. Nothing. All right.
At this point, it's off. Yeah.
African men and our black, colored Indian brothers here. You guys are foreigners. You cannot come into the Springboks and then we're selecting you from New Zealand and we're selecting you from Japan and we're selecting you from France. I want to have my black brother on my side as a Springbok. I want to have my colored brother on my side as a Bafana player. I want to have my Indian South African brother on my side when I play for the Proteas. These are my people. You guys are not my people, and I will preserve and protect this because we came here and we built our privilege in South Africa over generations. Stop thinking you have an allegiance to Europe and America. Those guys care about their countries. They do not care about South Africa, including white South Africans. They will come and suck that money out.
Mind you, hear and see that Trump is giving white South Africans access to America. They're taking white South Africans as refugees. I promise you they care about race. You might not care about race, but I promise you they care about race.
Well, he does care about race. That's why he's asking the white man to help him.
Care about protecting internally, but yes.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you be calling on your other black brothers? You would say, this is our continent. This is our people that we're worried about. We should be the ones to step up and da-da-da. No, that's not what you're saying. You're not saying that at all. Yeah, I'm out. I'm actually out.
Someone said he means Tyler.
I'm out.
Why are you gonna bring up that young lady here?
And when white men get sour, then they're like, oh, it's BEE. No, it's the ANC. Yes, you can blame BEE. Yes, you can blame the ANC. But a big person to blame is yourself. How have you failed to protect the South African economy from foreign intervention? Never mind.
He said white men have failed to protect the South African.
You white men, you have failed to protect your property. You have failed to protect your property. We are your property. This is your land. You're letting the Chinese people come over here and take it. You have failed to protect your property. Period.
Did you forget that you raped and pillaged and slaughtered? Like, that was you. This is your land.
He said, stand up, white king.
You can't allow this.
He said, stand up, white king. Aren't you upset?
Oh my God.
This is
Like
so... Like, this is stressing me out in a way. Obviously, I knew it would, but like, this is stressing me out in a way that doesn't make sense. Listen to this man beg white men for. I can't.
Blacks and Indians and colors that want to come in, and they should come in and play the game. And you should be the one that sets the terms of engagement and say, look, I want to work with you.
White men should be the ones that set the terms of engagement on a black continent.
In Africa.
In farming, I want to work with you in mining, I want to work with you in manufacturing. You are my South African brother. I love you, and I want to build a strong country. But you guys are so comfortable to let Europeans, the Chinese, the Indians, the Americans, the Canadians, to come in here and then come and take our mines, come and take our farms. And then, like losers, you guys are blaming black people. We can see black men earn very little. Black men control very little. So the people are you. And I'm
Don't ever let these men come in your face, ever, whether it's America, Jamaica, Haiti, South Africa, Nigeria, you all over Europe. Do not let these men come in your face and tell you to submit. Don't ever do it. And if I ever hear y'all up here talking about not submitting, we're gonna have problems. We really go. This is not what you submit to. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you don't submit to anyone regardless. But you definitely don't submit to this. That's insane. Now I want a seafood boil.
Saying white men rise up to the challenge. Protect the
Keela, are you off mute? White men rise up to the challenge. Period.
Keelo has left the chat. I don't.
And then after protecting it, you guys have to lead us in exporting. It is white South African men that should be exporting farming produce, the wine, farm produce, the manufacturing produce, the retail produce. It is white men that are meant to lead. And then in leading, make sure that we follow on. It was white men that built the Springboks. But if you guys empower us, the Magazole, Mapimpis, the Lucanio Arms, the Siakolisis, look at what we can do together in winning World Cups. But we need you to lead us because you've got decades and centuries of experience in this capitalism, modern economy thing. We are ready to come in and follow from you, some of us. For the rest of the guys that are angry, don't worry. We will give them jobs. Whether it's you, the white man, whether it's the Indian man, whether it's the colored man, whether it's us. If I'm working with you and you are Peter Steve Tutoy and I'm Siya Kolisi and we run businesses, we will create jobs. You are Johan Rupert, I'm Patrice Mutsipa. We'll create jobs for the rest. White, black, colored, Indian. It's okay. But you guys need to lead. It can't be that black people are threatening white privilege that has been built off. Yes, sirs. If you look at the civil wars in this country, if you look at what the British and the Afrikaners have achieved in this country, it's like you guys have dropped the ball. It's like you guys have gotten lazy. You're getting steamrolled by Indians, getting steamrolled by black people.
A black man is telling white men that they're getting lazy because they're the ones who are supposed to be leading the black man in a mostly black country / continent.
Yeah.
And people are not pushing back against this. The men are in the chat, in there praising him. The women are below his comments praising him.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm the bad guy for reviewing it.
Because ultimately, no one has to do any work, so it like kind of works out.
You want to go to the comments? Let's go to these comments. Like, we won't read all of them, but I just want you to get a flavor.
And when you get a chance, drop the link too.
Huh?
Drop the link when you get a chance in the private chat.
Oh, this link?
Yeah.
Wait, which link? The link to the video or the link to the stream?
The link
to the video.
Oh. I didn't do that now.
Thank you.
What is happening?
No, you just hit copy and then it's copied.
I thought I could. I don't know why Keela laughing like that.
Yeah, it should be copied.
Here you go.
Thank you.
I hear you, Pen. You know, my dad used to work in the mines whilst my mom took care of us at home. Blah, blah, blah. We need to get over our desire to want to dominate or be better than others. I have seen how in families where the man is the only provider, how he constantly reminds the woman that he's the breadwinner and she is nothing without him. Fast forward to today, some women do that to men, constantly reminding men of how they are not needed anymore. We just need to get over ourselves and learn to work together to achieve our goals. I need to know his entire political philosophy before I engage. Keep preaching, my brother. It takes a real man to stand for truth without any fear.
No, theme is the part that got me. Keep preaching, my brother. You have a common sense approach.
Period.
A common sense approach. That was common sense, y'all heard?
Read this one.
Our people don't understand. As Black men, we need to start thinking about generation building, where our wives are comfortable to serve our leadership. Please, an accountant, account is in the family business like the other.
All right, where the business is at?
Yeah, you don't got no business. That's
Look
the
at
What a
this
business
white
is.
guy. This white guy. What this white guy say? Agree. You hit the nail on the head, man. White men should lead black men through Africa. Yeah, that's exactly what. That's what
That's
the person
exactly.
said.
I mean, that's what I heard too. I'm not mad. That's what I heard.
I like the idea. This is a woman. This is. Let me make sure.
I like the idea because it
Oh,
definitely
child.
works.
Girl. Blow it up. Zoom in.
And she cute. If that's her, she cute. Why would you do this, queen?
Child, I'm not trying to be shady, but I didn't see no ring on that finger.
I like the idea because it will definitely restore the black. Mind you, I don't think she watched the entire video. I think the idea is that she should leave work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they heard. That's all they heard is stay home, be free. You don't have to work. We'll provide. That's
Mom is tired
because they're raised by the streets. Mom is tired. She can't even talk to her kids or play with them. He responds, "Thank you, girl. Get out of my face." Let me find another. 100 as a black woman. I totally agree with you, sir. Agree with what?
Be specific, right? Say what you agree with.
Very thought-provoking conversation.
These women stressing me out. When I say these women stressing me out, they're stressing me out.
But yet they all have jobs, I bet. Why didn't you find your king for you to quit your job for?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, Pen. It's very difficult to maintain a job and my family. We do it all the time.
Girl, if it's a woman, even if it is difficult, what you gonna do? If you already been saying it, like
find somebody to work.
No, she gonna quit her job. That's what she gonna do.
Mind you, where the daddy at? Why are you maintaining both a job and your entire family? What is he doing?
Because she needs to exchange jobs with him, DJ.
Yeah, I forgot.
Brother, what? Somebody with brother. Scroll up against these.
Wait, this woman first.
True, some of us don't like it. I am a trained geologist, and I left geology mega money to be a mother every day. Every day I wake up and I get the peace inside of me.
Because it ain't around you. If you quit your job to have a man leave you, you know that peace ain't around you.
You exchange peace for brother, you dealing with raw truth.
Period. Felt that. Felt that.
Oh, period. Raw truth. No, it's largely agreeing. People are largely agreeing with him.
Functional families, yeah, because the fathers and still you can't even ensure this to be the case. But I guess the promise is that fathers would stay in the household as long as they're running it. If you need to run it in order for you to be an actual willing participant, yeah, you could stay where you at.
This
Which
felt
part
like
of
a
this?
war cry.
Where?
Really?
Yeah, you heard that war cry. The one where they were begging white men to help them. What? Maybe it meant war against women's jobs.
Yes,
all I
for sure.
heard was crying.
Yeah, no, the war cry was, ladies, quit your job so that we can be more important.
White men, help me, please.
So no one in the comment is going to engage with the white man part.
No,
they didn't make it that far. We didn't even make it that. We barely watched the full thing.
I wish your message spreads like a plague.
But love, but I don't know what.
But black pen, love, but black pen.
Yeah,
I'm guessing his name is Pen.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pen, I think it's Penuel. I saw somebody write that.
Yeah, Penuel.
I'm just looking for someone to disagree.
The problem that Black people have worldwide is that we have no institutions that favor us. No bank or property developer who will take it easy on us because we come from poverty.
Wow. So all of us come from poverty? Sheesh.
I don't even know what to say. Oh, there it is. I don't agree with you, mate. Right there. The next one
Before
down.
you read that, read the one right before that.
Just read your tweets, and as a single unmarried Black woman, I'm triggered. So you saying I must give up my job to who exactly? Is that person trustworthy? In most cases, Black men aren't trustworthy. So why would I want to risk my well-being like that?
No response. Oh,
He did.
excuse me.
Oh, he just gaslit her. That's what he said.
This other person, this video clarifies and answers your question. No, it don't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you for your comment. I think you need to take a deep breath and watch the video. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so even he won't say how he covered it.
Yeah,
Right.
Because he didn't.
I covered some of your concerns by saying men stop beating women.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
do you think you're gonna? Okay, you know what?
I hate him.
Oh, he says, what I've come to believe is that only intelligent, well-traveled, and open-minded people can enjoy freedom and liberty to do what they would. Oh, so now if anyone disagrees with him, they're just not smart enough to understand.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Freedom needs to be earned, and women have earned that freedom, and you literally want them to do away
give
with
it
that
up.
freedom to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Thankfully, someone called it out here again.
Penuel sounds like a misogynist. To him, women are children. Now he's suggesting that they leave employment to make room for male employment. He doesn't believe in marriage, even though having kids outside a committed relationship results in a series of broken homes, which in turn creates a broken society. Like, it's hard to like this guy considering the fact that I'm a woman. So you're telling me this man doesn't even believe in marriage?
This one, there's nothing misogynist. He said, just stop reading there and move on.
Right, exactly. Y'all ain't finished the video either. I'm convinced.
Who are the elite men that are attacking Black men?
The mid-man or mid thing is the problem with these takes. Name and shame these attackers. Otherwise, this is a very sad comment. I never. Oh, he's just basically just being passive aggressive against these people.
Oh, no, we got to read this one. My children's mothers are not children waiting for me to marry them. They are intelligent, outspoken, independent women. Independent woman.
Girl.
Wow.
Please don't listen to these men.
They're
you went out there for an intelligent, outspoken, independent woman, but you want other women to not be those things.
They don't need me to marry them.
Who live their lives according to their own rules. If they want to commit to me, that's always a discussion we can have, but it's not for me to dictate to them how to live their lives. Most people don't know these ladies, but make very ill-informed opinions about them based on other women, and that I can't see because of the chat. That may know who have kids. With men who already have kids. My children's mothers are not like that. He's specific. Yo, these men are disgusting.
They are liars, hypocrites, liars.
Because why would he?
The type of woman you don't want to exist. Go ahead, sorry.
No, because those are the only women who, for starters, would give it up without you having to pay their way.
Right.
And allow you to get them pregnant to begin with. And then they're going to do the lion's share of the child care and child rearing because they're so already independent.
Yeah.
But why didn't you get any traditional women pregnant? Why didn't you do that?
Well, he would have to take care of the woman if she was traditional, and he don't
exactly, and he can't. That's why he went for independent women who clearly did not require for him to provide for them.
Someone watched enough of the video to clock him, and he does not respond meaningfully.
You're fighting for Black men, but justifying for the economical and social development of non-Black men in South Africa don't make sense. Not all Black men are poor. Not all non-Black men are rich. I'm happy to fight for all good, hardworking men who are like. What are you saying? Was this for somebody else?
Exactly.
Was this for somebody else? Because what?
Right. You might have hit send to the wrong message. You were responding to the wrong message because that's not what this person was talking about. You loser.
Not all Black men are poor, but it sounds like, because he
most
said
of them are broke.
It sounds like the vast majority of y'all are, though. So what does that matter? And those of you who are doing well clearly are not doing anything for the rest of y'all brokies.
Because
So
you
what
turned
is
to white
happening?
men, you were literally begging white men to protect you.
Yeah.
Wow, there it is. There it
Yep.
is. Independent, 4 independent women. He got pregnant a total of 6 times. 4.
We didn't even have to go that far. He confirmed that he a loser in here. Impregnate a bunch of women that appear. I don't know why people do this. I don't know why people listen to men like this. But I'm gonna tell you now, absolutely not. I'm gonna push this feminist thing very viciously this year because there is zero reason why any woman should be subjecting their life to a man's rule. Zero man, white, black, I don't care, but definitely not.
Because life is work, and what I need the women who still consider themselves traditional and want a provider to understand. Granted, we do support hypergamy, so I'm not saying get
period.
somebody who's in a worse financial position than you. If you want to find your equal, do that. If you want to find somebody in a better financial position, you can do that as well. But never bank on his money and what he does for you, because regardless of the circumstances, it will be work. Stop listening to these women online who want to post all the things that their man buy them. They're not going to tell you that the man cheated on them. They're not going to tell you that it's an I'm sorry gift because he put his hands on her the other day. They're not going to do that. All they're going to show you is the highlights. They're going to show you the designer bags. They're going to show you the vacations.
Well,
stop falling for it.
Unless you go on TikTok, then you hear these women, my man cheated on me.
Mm-hmm.
He threw away my food. He cursed me out. What should I do? You say, leave him. They say, well, girl, ain't nobody tell you you're jealous. You're a hater.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to be in my marriage. What else should I do except leave him? It's like, get out of my face.
No, honestly, Themis, you're being nice because they don't ask what should they do. They just share the story for people to say, oh my God, you don't deserve that. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. How could he do that to you? But if you give that unsolicited advice, then it's like, wait, hold on now. He has good qualities as well. Well, sis, you didn't lay them out when you was dragging him. So how am I supposed to know that? And what do I care? What do I care that he's a good cook if he's beating your ass? What do I care? What do I care that he loves on you when he's home, whenever he's not home, you're worried about him cheating?
Right.
Like, bro, I really do wish. Listen,
and
I've been saying this to just like the women in my life and stuff like that. Let 2026 be the year that you suffer in silence if you're so adamant on suffering.
Yeah,
suffer in silence.
I don't want to hear about it anymore.
You get to decide when you're done. You get to decide that, right? If you know you're not done, if you want to give it another try, if you want to forgive that man, I don't have to agree. It is your life. You get to do whatever you want. But stop burdening the people, particularly the women around you, complaining about the same man over and over and over again.
Right. And then you want to be in the comments boxing everybody because you want to try to convince them that he's not a bad man.
Right.
Okay. I disagree with you both on this. I think you should complain loudly just for our information, but separately, I think that the people who come out wanting validation but not wanting truth, they annoy me. So the people who are in the comments that Keelo just pointed out, boxing, fighting you, when you're telling them the man is trash after they told you the man is trash. Like those people I don't like, because what you want is for us to tell you don't deserve it, you're better. You want to be told you're better than him, and you're not. Exactly. You're not better than the man you chose to be with. You're just like him. And until you figure out that who you choose to date is a political, social, and economic decision, you go always make the same mistake.
Yeah,
you will continue to make the mistake.
If you want to complain and give information, do it when you're done and you left the nigga. And then we can talk.
Yeah, or if you here's the thing too, because that's just specified. I'm not saying don't say anything at all because that could be dangerous. So no, I'm not saying don't say anything at all. Share, vent, do what you have to do, but do not let there be a second time where you're venting about the same thing. That is what I'm saying. So if you want to vent that one good time, be solution oriented, actually solve the problem, engage in that discussion, whatever, handle it the way you see fit. And if you choose to stand by him, stand by him. But stop burdening your friends by consistently, routinely going to them about the same man doing the same thing. That is what I'm talking about. Well, also, that's when you suffer.
Wait, 1 second.
Stop trying to. Sorry, go ahead.
I think sometimes we can have a misunderstanding of what happens to women mentally, socially, and materially while navigating abuse dynamics. Agreed. I'm not talking about abuse in the physical sense. I'm talking about cheating, which I also think is abuse, right? I'm talking about neglect in very specific ways.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
So it is abuse. And I want to make clear that abuse does not always show up the exact same. And when we talk about physical abuse and verbal abuse, yes, it warps the mind in ways that we like. I don't think it's right for me, someone who's never been like abused in that way, to tell you how to react and respond to your abuse, right? And that emotional abuse. You telling me your man cheated on you and continues to cheat on you, and you not leaving him sounds like a you problem.
Correct.
Exactly.
Are you telling me you ain't got no money, and the next week you telling me you pregnant? See, you see,
Right.
you see how you done pissed me off.
I'm
what we talking about.
I'm still there to support you and your child, obviously, but it's wild to be getting like this person told a story, and I did not know this story. She was like, "Oh, I had my first child. I wasn't ready." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Whatever. I'm there for you. Love, 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 love. Joy, light. I'm gonna show up for you." Then they're like, "Oh, but you have a second child," and they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, you fell in love again, and you have a child." He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, I'm there for you. I'm there for you." Right? That's what I thought happened. Let me tell you how the actual second child came. The first child, there was school involved. She was young. What things happen? You have a first child. The second child was a man in prison.
Yeah.
Wait, let me tell you the story. The second child was, she met the man. They were in love. She found out there was a warrant for this man's arrest. Won't say what the man did because I don't want, whatever. The man goes to prison. She fell in love with the man. She held it down. The man comes back from prison. She becomes pregnant after the man cheated on her after being released from prison. He cheated on her. She was like, "Oh, my self-esteem was low." Got pregnant. Man cheats. Man leaves. She has her child. And I'm sitting there now because now I'm like, wait, how do I tell her she's a problem? Because, like, how you gonna have a second child by a man who went to prison and also cheated on you? Like that,
especially
women need to stop trying to change the man, and they really, truly need to try to change themselves. They really got to work on self-reflection because the man's not changing, and the situation is not changing. You're gonna have to think about yourself and what you need to do to change yourself.
Yeah.
What I think is unfair, and y'all gonna jump me, beat me up, that's totally fine. But I think it's unfair to me that I have to continue to take the burden of your situation over and over, year after year, season after season. And I have to sit here and take it because, oh, you don't understand. She's going through something. Right?
Oh, yeah. Right. I didn't say this. Let me say this year, if you need to be feminist, because it's social conditioning, still unpacking. I agree. But there is no way you are going to convince me social conditioning had this woman have a second child by a different man who went to prison, came out and cheated on her after going to prison. And then you had a child. That is wild.
No, because here's the thing. There's a lot happening between A and B and Z, right? Z is the child being given birth to, right? Her giving birth to her second kid. My thing is, even if you wanted to act out in low self-esteem, desperation, whatever you want to call it, and lay down with this man, don't make it seem as if the desperation made you more fertile. You got pregnant for a specific reason. And chances are it's because you did a certain thing or chose not to do a certain thing that could have prevented you from getting pregnant. Yep. This is what I will no longer allow, right?
Yeah, pregnancy is totally preventable.
Yeah, like I always advocate for Delulu. I always advocate for it, not necessarily with a cheating man, but I always advocate for doing things for the plot sometimes or whatever. But don't make it seem as if I'm advocating for throwing caution to the wind. Never advocated for that. You have the ability, even when you still dealing with these men who are playing in your face, to protect yourself. It's not an end all be all. Well, I'm entertaining a man, so I got to get pregnant. I got to get an STD. I got to do this. I got to do it, as if it's just that. It's just that straightforward. It is not. We have way more power than a lot of us want to acknowledge, because with that power comes responsibility, and the girlies are not responsible either.
No, but listen.
Yeah, and if all of that's true. Wait, if we keep using social conditioning as an excuse, how much are you willing to give to the man in terms of those excuses? Because
For me,
I'm giving zero.
even if it's social conditioning, even if you're going through something, even if it's whatever it is, I have to, as much as I want you to protect yourself and I love you and I have empathy for your situation, at a certain point, I also have to protect myself.
Right.
I get really sick of this thing where people are like, well, you have to just be selfless and just take it. She's going through things, right? And so you have to be this this bottomless pit of just taking and taking and taking everyone's burden and taking and taking and taking everyone's problems, and you can never say anything, you can never be frustrated, you can never be disappointed, you can never think about your own peace of mind, because remember, when they dump that trauma onto you, you've then absorbed a small piece of that, right?
Yeah. Okay. But I think you and I differ then. I think we have different, because like for me, I don't mind complain. I don't mind you telling me. I don't mind you being frustrated, particularly the one with
I'm just saying
this
there's a
person
limit.
I don't talk much
limit.
anymore. But
I'm just saying there's a limit.
yeah. And so for me, like the children are already here. You as the mother, you're already taking care of the child. So whatever societal pressure and punishment that people think you should have, you are already experiencing as a mother, right? And so like for me, I don't want to add to that, but I do want to point out, even for people with quote unquote low self-esteem, it is weird to have another child. Like, how do you tell someone just stop having kids with degenerates? And I'm not saying you should know these men are degenerate, but the point at which he went to prison, came back, cheated on you, you know he's a degenerate. I don't care if you still want to be with him, but to then have a child with him seems like like that. That feels like a choice. That feels like a decision.
I mean, and the thing is, and some of these women will not listen to you, right? No matter what you say, they'll keep making these poor decisions. But there's an exploitation that also happens on the women around them as well. These women who keep calling you, or I got pregnant again, I got pregnant again, I got pregnant again, or I'm back with so-and-so, I'm back with so-and-so, or I'm doing it again, year after year, month after month. There is a limit. There should be a limit to protect yourself with how much of a burden you're going to take from another person. And other women do exploit other women. I'm not going to keep sitting on this phone and talking to you about having pregnancies back to back to back with a bunch of losers. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to try to boost your self-esteem. I'm going to tell you you're a beautiful girl. You're smart. You're intelligent. You don't need to do this. I'm going to do all the things, and we can make up. Not make it up, but we can point out, they're conditioned, or they had a hard life, trauma. But there is a limit to how much you can let another person exploit you with their endless, problems. A lot of times self-inflicted. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is for men as well. They are also conditioned, but they hold more power and are the abusers. So I hold them more I hold more accountability there. Yes. But even regardless of how much accountability we have verbally, we talk about, the woman tends to be the one who ends up taking care of them 15 children.
And the thing is, Hilton, I think she said she just holds different spaces for abusers versus those doing their best to navigate the abusive environments. That's fine. You can do that. That's totally fine. I'm just saying that you need to protect women out there. You need to protect yourself as well from people who continuously use you to trauma dump and speak to and go to and run to, because you yourself can be harmed vicariously through these people and continuously taking their trauma dumps. And I'm not saying it to be disrespectful, but that is what it is. They are taking the trauma they're going through, coming to you and offloading that on you, which helps them a little bit. And that's fine. That's fine. But you need to protect yourself too. This is too much. It's too much. We can't keep telling y'all the same stuff every single year after year after year after year after year after year. I'm not going to keep saying it. Either get with the fucking program or stay with your man. It's got to be a limit. After conversation 6,000, I got to be like, okay, let me know if you need a little money. I'll send you some coins. Call me if you need me to drop you off somewhere. But I can't continue to do this day after day. I just can't.
So I obviously, as a man, I don't have children. I don't know the biological drive to have children. What I see about having children is that it looks like a really painful process, right? Just generally. And so like it just it does not make sense unless you individually want a child to just be accidentally having a bunch of kids. Like that to me does not make sense. But again, I'm a man and I don't know the biological drive there. So I won't prescribe anything. I'm just saying generally it like particularly in poverty, it just does not make a lot of sense to me. But that's just my view. And it might not be well informed. So
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Y'all women, y'all be safe out there. Protect the women around you if you can, but also protect yourself.
yeah, it's not helpless, but it's structure involved. Yeah, I mean, I agree that there's structures involved. It's just very difficult for me to like not see a glaring issue now, um, where these kids are being birthed into environment where there's zero support, and like I don't know, it's kind of getting to me in terms of sadness.
Also, I feel like I don't know this Hilton person, but I don't know if they're new because we literally have done this whole thing before. Like, I'm not saying you should definitely educate, but like we know that physical abuse is difficult. We had a whole debate about it. We know it's not a victim blaming situation. We're not saying we don't understand how hard it is to leave these situations, how hard it is to divorce yourself from these situations. We're not saying any of that. Nobody's saying that they're underestimating how hard it is from someone who's been abused to divorce themselves from that situation. Nobody's saying that.
No, I am not wearing eyeliner at all, and I'm not wearing mascara at all. I'm not wearing any makeup at all.
Anywho, but yeah, that guy was something else. That was something else.
Let's go into the after show. You have some videos you wanted me to look at.
Yeah, but they're pretty long, so we should probably like not
Another time.
Yeah, because it's like it's like they're like a stream in and of itself. So
I thought they were like random TikTok videos.
No. It's a full stream in and of itself. Because you're gonna watch. They do like the girlfriend challenge where they send in this good looking guy to try to.
Welcome back to another episode on
Gen. Oh, I see.
Yes, and then she passes, and then there's like an after show where they talk to the couple, and it reveals a bunch of stuff that happened in that relationship.
Girl, let me know when you want to go over it. That's wild.
Yeah, it's very juicy, actually. Very juicy. I know I like some mess.
I couldn't sit through the sit down conversation. Like I couldn't.
What'd you say?
I couldn't sit through the sit down conversation after the fact. I couldn't sit through it. Like I was just so aggravated with him.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Should I watch it before then?
No. Nope, don't watch it before.
I agree with Keelo. The thing is, for me, I don't mind expending emotional labor. I know that's like a talking point for everyone. Like, oh my God. But I do understand. I do get it. And I don't disagree with anything that people, whatever your comfort zone is, that's your comfort zone. I appreciate it. I'm not new, Cannon Hill. Don't think anyone is victim blaming. I respect the space. The opinion here are valuable. I just think incomplete. Yeah, well, every opinion is incomplete, right? To be a complete opinion would be to have a God level knowledge.
Right. Like I'm trying to be extra careful with my language because what I don't want is for any of the women listening to think that this is a deflection from us stating the obvious, which is that these men are not doing nearly enough. And create. This is not a but, this is an and, right? Yeah. And so again, I'm talking about me just in my own personal life, making the decision to know when to say when, because I'm willing to speak life into you. I'm willing to remind you that you're that girl. I'm willing to listen to you. I'm willing to validate you, and I'm willing to work through like solutions. And me, I don't expect for people to just jump when I tell them to, but I'm willing to at least say, okay, This is what I think you should do. This is what I think would be in your best interest. If you're not ready for that, this is what I think you should do instead. Like an alternative that is easier to put in action. I'm not saying just don't come to me at all. I'm specifically talking about me already putting in that mental labor and that being respected enough for you to stop coming to me about the same crap after.
Yeah.
You should value me and my time and my well-being as well. If you want to stay by that man, stick by that man, but do so quietly.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going nowhere. Why are you stressing yourself out? That's the question that I tend to ask these days. Like at this point, you're only causing yourself more stress by continuing to keep that bar high, knowing he's never going to meet it, but you're not going to lower the bar, but he's never going to come and meet it. It's like, girl, just hush and be fine with mediocrity.
Correct.
That's what you're okay with.
Yeah. When you're done with that nigga, come to me and we'll talk. Like, I mean, you call me, you need some money, you need some help. I'm here for you. But like, we're not gonna keep doing it. Oh, Jerome was at the club again last night, girl.
Like, like the week before,
right? Like last night, the night before that. Like, come on, girl. Like, don't just take it in.
Girl, he cheated on me with somebody that he's already cheated on you with, or somebody new. Like, what? Come on.
Yeah. By the way, DJ, I'm so exhausted. I don't know why. Like I just randomly became exhausted. Should I not do the after show on TikTok?
I feel like this guy he sucked some type of life out of me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing him though, but on TikTok.
No, I know, but like I think the whole discussion, like with him, I don't know what happened, but he like, I don't know if I'm laughing so that I'm not depressed or something, but like I feel like he's just.
Well, I do know that I'm like annoyed and disappointed and sad all in one, and then I'm like laugh it off. So like I know what zapped my energy, but I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, it is incredibly depressing. It's incredibly pathetic that it just seems like they're willing to do everything but just elevate themselves in the way that they know matter most. Like, financial prosperity is something worth pursuing. Being principled and moral and not contributing to double standards, treating everyone with the same level of respect, giving everyone the same level of grace. That is what's best, especially because a lot of these men claim to be religious. That is the direction that you should be going in, but you're unwilling to let go of what little advantage you believe you have of a woman just by operating within a patriarchy. You're married to a sense of yourself that you will never actually actualize. You'll never reach there because they all want to be wealthy with a plethora of beautiful women just taking their turns with them. Like the 99.99% of you will never reach there. But instead of you actually just changing your goals and your desires so that it could be more attainable and be more fair to everyone involved, you would rather beg the white man to choose you over Black women.
That's insane.
Y'all are willing to do any and everything besides actually be, and I'm not going to curse, but actually be effable.
Yeah.
You're willing to do everything but that.
Yeah. Like I'm never going to measure up. So that's that. I'm not going to actually try to. I've decided I'm not going to. And then that's that.
So I'd rather be put on by people who pity me.
Correct.
Which is insane.
And then be angry about being pitied.
Don't pity me. Don't make me feel like you're pitying me.
Right.
Make me feel like a man, but still elevate me because I'm unwilling to do it myself. I'm able-bodied. I have all the time and opportunity in the world, but I still have the nerve to be a NEET. I cannot believe there is a growing population of people who think that they get to just opt out of working.
Yeah.
Right.
But yet still, you want housing, you want shelter, you want food on the table.
Oh, they want that Wi-Fi. They want that internet.
You want all those things, but yet you are unwilling to work for it yourself. But yet those things, you still feel entitled to those things. So it's okay for your mama or the woman that you're with to pick up the slack. There is still slack to be picked up. It doesn't just disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't get it. Hey, Mocha.
Mocha, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, Mocha, but hi.
But what Mocha said, tell us that story you teased in the beginning. We need a palate cleanser. Forget tiki talk. No, I wanted to go to TikTok now because the story is actually kind of messy. And so I wanted to go to like a smaller audience and the video would be gone forever. The video will not be saved. But if the girl is on coming with me to TikTok, I'm not doing it.
I mean, how long did you expect? Did you intend on being on
No
TikTok?
more than an hour, probably less.
What do you think?
If we don't get any other men's coming up to drag. Actually, the title should be "What Do Men Bring?"
I mean, if you want to get messy, I'm willing to be messy for an hour for sure.
Me too, but like the men are very afraid. I don't know what happened.
Nah, but they're also getting more and more bold. I feel like all we need is like 1 or 2. I like those odds.
All right, you want to try it? Yeah, I'm gonna post in the community tab right now the live stream for TikTok, and I'll just go live on TikTok.
Yeah,
Ready?
I could give an hour. Yeah.
All right. Just whatever we're doing, just say end it. We need to be done in an hour because I actually do need to be done because I need to go to the gym.
Oh, okay, sounds good. So we are on a time crunch. Got it.
Yeah. All right.
lying.
You said what?
I said he lying.
What?
He can be out in no hour.
I
don't
will.
believe
If you both come on and just tell me you get off now, I will.
Okay.
All right. Let me go to the thing and then I'll drop the thing. So please, everyone here, come over to TikTok. I'm going to drop the link to the live on the community post. So I'm going to make a community post right now.
All right. Well, it was nice being back. Nice seeing y'all chat.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, or whatever. What is it, New Year? Happy New... Actually, let me do it in the chat now. Let me do it. Let me go on before we leave. How do I go to TikTok?
Happy New Year's, everybody. I see a couple of my ops in the chat. It's still up and it's still stuck. Don't think I forgot y'all. Never.
Wait, what happened?
I never forget. Remember that day you was talking about me? And you asked the ladies in the chat to drop a 1. I have written down all the ladies who dropped a 1 who was talking shit. So just know that I remember y'all hoes. And I ain't gonna never forget. Y'all know who y'all are. I have all the names. Don't make me go over it.
Oh, child.
All right, I'm live on TikTok. Here's the link.
All right, everyone.
Keelo, are you at least gonna be twerking in the comments, or you got plans?
I've got plans.
You suck.
Keelo, are you at least gonna be twerking in the comments?
No. I'm not trying to hear my own voice. Turn it off.
It's cutesy, very dainty, very demure.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.